Welcome back to this special edition of the State of the Union address. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to have some interesting times. We're going to have some conversations, and this is what's going on.
Good stuff. Hopefully that went
Shizzy's
nice
in the
and
room. Darth Hideous
nice
is in
and
the room.
smooth.
Nerd, you're in the room. Wherever those other guys that really wanted to get in here, let's go. Let's go.
They started from the
What's
other
up,
stream.
guys?
Now we're here.
Seems to be a coordinated effort that the Senate leaves the chamber at the same time that the president leaves the White House. The Senate will be walking across the Capitol.
Madcore says he's in chat. Moose is in chat. Everybody should have been pushed over from. That
It's
did
still
actually
it's
kick
still
over,
going
right?
right now.
Everybody
I'm watching
rejected
it.
somewhere. Yeah, everybody should have been rejected, right?
We will see. Yep. It says stream ended 52 seconds ago. We'll see.
Oh, I might have just messed up.
Yeah, it's
See,
it's
he
doing
spoke
it.
for 63 minutes last year. That's what I'm saying.
63
This is-
minutes.
This isn't
Well,
no
what-
10
what-
15 minute thing. That's what I'm like, dude, we're going to be here for a
It
while.
might have been like one of those. Yeah.
I want America's Church
Well,
to get
I mean,
bring
he
itself
did
in
a
here.
different
I know
address. That was like 10 minutes long, and I watched it on.
clicked it. It didn't seem to take me.
What's your video set at on that?
Your annual reminder about three long-standing trends in public opinion on State of the Union night. The audience friendly to the president. Second, the viewing
Seems to be
audience
something wrong
rates
with
the
that
speech-
connection over there, I
rates the
guess.
speech highly.
Oh,
And third,
there you go.
the
Best
presidential
groupie ever,
photo
Vicky
generally
T.
sees little
Vicky
change
T.
in his speech. Other reporters like Joseph Sabalos-Roy of Semaphore noting that the president is expected to bring up remnants of his Build Back Better agenda, which did not
Maybe I
get
should
a
turn this
vote
up a little
in
bit,
the
huh?
Senate in the last Congress. It
Hey, Frog, I'm going to post the link to the bingo card in this chat if you want to, like, pin it.
cost $35, and that he's also calling for Medicaid.
So I thought it was
expansion in
Build
11
Back
states,
China.
child care and elder care as well. Biden also pushing for a minimum income tax
In the
for
YouTube
millionaires,
chat for the people.
stop buyback tax.
I guess I should have titled what that is.
The House, Peter, you
Apparently, it
it's
didn't
on.
redirect fine or whatever. Something
the-
went
Man.
wrong on the redirect.
McCarthy, who we
That
see on camera
redirected
now,
me
looks
over
like
here.
he has
Yeah, I was
gathered-
just saying I'm
Why don't
redirected.
you go to the House and
Okay.
watch?
We did pick up 4 new members in the early show.
Nice. Welcome new members.
Number. Smash a like button. 17
Cackling
people
Camel.
watching. I mean, I know it's the State of the Union, so I would understand if you smash the dislike
Here
button
comes the
in
turtle.
this case. Oh, dear God. His heels up.
Anybody that doesn't understand what State of Union actually is, it actually is the president supposed to actually join this forum of what is, you can see McCarthy and Kamala. This is joint Congress, so you get both your House and your Senate joined in one room. And he's like, oh, cover this up. Let's cover the hot mic.
A Democrat and a rhino.
I mean,
A Democrat.
a couple
and
of small
another
creatures in
Democrat.
themselves, right?
This isn't my Discord, is it? That's somebody else's Discord.
That wasn't mine. I don't know whose that was.
My money's on Nerd.
3 fun facts that every State of the Union, the economy is stronger than ever. Some bad guys somewhere needed to freedomize. The other party will not clap. Grim, I gave you a link. Come join us, brother. Come join us. Come on. Mitt.
Oh,
Couple more interesting people in that shot. I like C-SPAN. I wish C-SPAN was allowed back into the courtrooms like they used to be. C-SPAN's good stuff. So then you kind of look at the shots.
Kits and ray guns is right.
Who are they trying to actually zoom in on? Who do they want you to actually see? Who
Yeah, right.
Oh,
God, that ugly yellow dress.
That is one
I
ugly
I mean,
yellow
why
dress.
would you wear that to anything other than like a Halloween party?
No, that looked like a bad prom dress.
That's a costume. That's not a.
you can see.
Someone
Look
from
how
the
packed it is.
80s.
There's people all the way up through the whole thing or whatever. It's packed.
Ugh. Wait, Who is
We
that?
did have a couple people say that they would actually still Kristen Cinema. A couple people said that they would actually still hit that. So
I'm not that desperate.
didn't even recognize her.
he's like, nah, not me.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Hey, Grim, are you gonna come join us or what? What's up, Bella?
Bridesmaid's dress.
What's up, Tits and Ray Guns?
That's what I thought of.
Oh.
That's what I thought of a bridesmaid dress.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
That
it
is-
totally is.
That is totally a bridesmaid's dress at a very redneck wedding.
I don't know who else doesn't have a link that would like one. I know I sent out the frog ones earlier to the State of the Union. Something just
There's
didn't happen.
Pocahontas. Ooh.
Yeah, see, I sent out the wrong one.
Wonder if she understood me.
Oh no,
All
I
of
did
these
send
people are
it to
gross.
for a couple people.
Who is she? That's what I want to know. Who's in the yellow shirt?
Where's the America shirts?
What?
Shirts ain't coming. You know shirts don't show up no more.
Shirts
Shirts
probably
appears at
work
like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
'cause he works.
Yeah.
He'd still be. Well, I know he works, but you think he'd still hit chat. He's in
I
You know
chat.
why she's wearing that yellow dress? It's because everywhere she goes, the camera knows to follow her.
Tish is right. Bridesmaid dress.
I'm with you on that one,
80s prom
Charlamagne.
dress dyed up by Big
Shirts or
Blurred.
we riot. Shirts.
Hey, she
or
does
we
have the
riot.
shoulder pads for the 80s dress, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's the man on the moon. She's got a better chin than Jay Leno.
I wonder if she- I wonder if Kamala has bad knees, from all the kneeling she's
Hi,
had to do over
Chai.
the years.
Grim, you hit the wrong one.
Shirts or we riot.
no. She wears knee pads. Come on, she's a pro.
Ask Montel. At least he'll be able to tell you. Montel Williams will be able to tell you. From girlfriend of a trashy talk show host,
The wrong one
vice
again.
president of the United States. Holy crap.
The one that says State of the Union, Grim. The one that says State of the Union.
Come on, Grim. You know you want to be there.
He's trying. Oh, there he is. What's up, Grim?
Someone say my name 3 times.
What's up, Graham?
I think he said it more than 3, but is that all it takes?
Oh, sorry, I don't know.
Say his name 3 times and he comes.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You finished.
More like
What's going on, guys?
15.
Giggity.
You didn't even have to scream, Frog.
No, dude, you know my name's God, right? Like, or oh God, that's my name. There we go. Yes! At least that's what I keep getting told. Shit.
No bigger hive of scum and villainy than that at the State of the Union address.
Well, God bless this hive of scum and
I mean, not in
villainy.
our country
And then
anyway.
they just
Have you ever seen the Canadian Parliament or any other assembled government for that matter?
Dear
don't
Darla,
care about
I
them.
hate your
Of
freaking
course not.
guts.
I thought Tish
You
was going
make
to
me
skip this, but
vomit.
Up,
apparently
Tish.
Hey.
You are the scum between my toes.
This,
welcome back.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tish,
I thought I
thank you
was.
for
Where's Jimmy?
coming. Yay.
Jimmy wanted in.
Jimmy's in Discord. Actually, I just jumped out of there.
I was like, am I going to be the only female
this
in
headset
here?
even working?
You are
We
going
got
to
dark.
most likely be
No.
Uh-oh.
the lady of the sausage party.
Hey, wait, am I back?
Oh, there's
Oh.
Lurch. Lurch, right there in the corner.
You aren't the only lady. We've got
Gotta
Has
watch
nowhere
the
to,
lady with
no
us.
idea where to
Yeah,
go.
Shelly, you need to come on in here because, yeah.
Yeah, Shelly.
She knows how to get in here.
Shelly. I know she
It's a
does.
den of
Oh,
vipers.
I bet she
Send it to
does.
Sanders.
I bet she knows how to get in where she wants
She's
to.
admin. She knows how. She knows where to go. She's
Oh, at this time.
maybe
like,
she
I'm
doesn't.
telling Shelly where to go.
So speaking
Go
of
to
snakes,
StreamYard,
God, how misogynistic.
and at the top corner where it says your name, it allows you to, in the top left corner, it allows you to actually do a drop down to actually get to other people so that you actually are admin to. And then you should be able to see shows that are sitting there.
Oh, cool.
She's the admin.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, why wouldn't you make her an
Interesting
admin?
choice for the co-host.
I just made her admin during the early show.
right.
Nice.
Nice.
I even said something.
Nice.
I mean,
It's a
the
good
odds that I was
thing.
actually paying attention though are like only
Is that
60%.
Bono? Is that Bono right there?
They're like, it's just not right without
That
her
looks
in
like
the room.
Bono.
Yeah.
Who, Sonny Bono?
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there.
Sonny
Wow.
Bono's been dead for years.
Well, I
No,
mean,
it's
he
not-
everybody
no,
in the
no,
has
he's
been
been
dead for years.
Not Sonny
Talking
Bono.
about-
Bono
Hey,
from
mate, you
U2.
know
You too, yeah. Bono.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought you
Bono.
were saying.
Bono. Yeah, Bono is what he meant.
Bono, Boner, whatever.
Boner.
It's all the same, right?
Oh, there she is without her hat.
Oh dear.
Got
Right.
it.
Mm. Should be
She's
fun.
got her sails up.
Are these people actually saying things? I don't think these people are actually saying
Ooh,
anything.
pistol grip. That's not good.
She
Look
just
how
said
retarded
that.
they look
This is
standing
the-
next to each other.
Is my mic working?
So
Yeah.
far behind on
Yes.
Huh?
I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you now.
Sorry, I'm dealing with issues.
We
Yeah,
all
it's
have
got
issues.
Yes, we do.
No,
It's
technical. I'm
watching
trying to use
Bobert
my-
laugh. Whenever
my phone
Bobert
is
laughs, she
supposed to-
reminds me of like a donkey going. "Ee-haw, ee-haw, ee-haw."
Who's this?
Bobert.
And
Just the way
AOC.
she laughs, her smile makes me think of a donkey. Her and AOC.
Yeah, both of them for sure, for sure.
They both look bored already.
I look bored already.
That's all right. I got my drink on.
There
If
you
I start
go.
to snore, frog, you have
I got my drink.
you have
I
my
might get me a
encouragement to
drink.
remove me.
My name's Joe Byron.
Can you guys deal with drunk Vicky? Ooh, I don't know.
I don't actually
Lord.
have any alcohol right now, and I don't feel like going and getting any. So
Probably not a good idea then.
She's
Probably.
wearing that. Yeah, she's wearing that to stand out because you can't. Your eyes just drawn to her every time.
oh,
I mean, really?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Magic the
Kinda smart.
Gathering.
Kind of smart if you want attention.
Who's the chia pet right there?
Right? Gia.
I mean, that was like the back of Rand Paul's head, to be honest.
Look, they have nothing
it
to
wasn't Rand
say
Paul.
to each other
It
now. It's
wasn't?
funny.
Okay.
No,
They
he's got a little
talked
more
for a
brown
while.
and more bald.
Yeah, now they're out
Yeah, he
of,
does
they're
have
out
a
of
little bit
topic.
more bald in the back, doesn't he?
Mhm.
You're right. You're right.
See, I've already got a
You want
D
an Omar?
and an I on the bingo card, and it hasn't even started yet.
Is brother husband in the gallery? I wonder.
What?
How did
What?
you
Where's
do
your cousin
that?
at?
It's her
How did you
brother.
do that?
Oh, I thought they were the same thing.
God, Maxine
Oh,
Waters looks like she's
Maxine
got like
Waters,
a piece of
you
rotted
think
meat
of
under
when-
her lip.
Oh, wow.
Dang, I got a B.
You get out in the streets and you push back. You push back and you cause you this, that, and the other. And so, yeah, Summer of Love was great.
Where Kamala says they need to keep doing it. And they were. I remember she was on. I think
What was
Jimmy.
that?
No, she was on Jimmy Fallon, and she said that they needed to keep going, and not stop.
Sure, just feeling.
Somebody needs to tell Kamala she's got a pubic hair in her teeth.
Ugh.
Oh, that made me sick.
See, I told you it was Bono.
Yeah,
It
It's
is.
Bono.
It is.
Bono.
Bono.
Is. What's he doing there? Good Lord, he looks old.
well,
Well, you know.
For
Wait, we
Ned's
are
sake,
old.
we're all going to call him Bono.
Bono,
we're,
yes.
we're getting there.
He will be
So
Bono for the rest of the night.
The joint
I'm-
session will come to order.
We'll turn up a
here
bit.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chair appoints as members of the committee on the part of the House to escort the President of the United States into the chamber.
For
The
God's
gentleman
sake,
from
someone needs to.
Louisiana, Mr. Scalise. The gentleman from Minnesota, Mr. Emmer. The gentlewoman from New York, Mrs. Stefanik.
It's
The
American
gentleman from
shirts.
North Carolina, Mr. Hudson. The gentleman from Alabama, Mr. Palmer.
What's up,
The
American
gentleman
shirts?
from Louisiana, Mr. Johnson.
Hey,
The
shirts.
gentlewoman from
Uh-huh.
How you
Oregon,
doing?
Mrs. Chavez
Yeah,
Duenas.
boy.
The gentlewoman from Virginia, Mrs. Kiggins.
AmericaShirtsFirst.com.
The gentleman from New York, Mr. Jeffries.
shirts of choice.
Oh
The
my God,
gentleman
it's
from
Grimsby.
Massachusetts, Ms.
Dot
Clinton.
com, dot com, dot
The
com,
gentleman from California, Mr. Aguilar. The gentleman
going on,
from
shirts?
California, Mr. Liu. The gentleman
Why are we all
from
whispering
Washington,
for Kevin to
Del
correct?
Bene. The gentleman from South Carolina, Mr.
Because we need to know the names.
The gentleman
We're playing
from
musical
Colorado,
chairs.
Mr.
Yeah, but
Playing
Jamie-
bingo.
And the gentlewoman from California.
Yeah, we're playing bingo, so
Mrs.
we have to
Chu.
know the names.
The
already
President of
got
the
an eye
Senate,
in
at
it,
the
dude.
direction of that body, appoints the following senators as members
She
of the
doesn't know she's
committee
the president
on
of
the
the Senate,
part
by
of
the
the
way.
Senate to escort the President of the United States into the House chamber. The Senator from New York, Mr. Schumer. The Senator from
Oh, he'll be
Illinois,
in good
Mr.
hands then,
Durbin.
you know.
The Senator from Washington, Miss Murray.
Anyone from the squad
The
gets on there?
Senator from Michigan, Ms. Stapadow. The Senator from Minnesota, Ms. Klobuchar.
The squad's too busy
The
crying
Senator
still.
from Wisconsin, Ms. Baldwin. There she is. The Senator from Kentucky, Mr. McConnell. The Senator
Sorry.
from South Dakota,
Wow.
Mr. Thune. The Senator from Wyoming, Mr. Barrasso. The Senator from West Virginia, Ms. Capito.
Oh, that was a slap in the face.
The Senator from
Mhm.
Iowa, Ms. Ernst.
She called him gentleman, not senator.
The Senator from Montana,
Mhm.
Mr. Daines.
To McConnell, yeah. Ooh.
Mhm.
Whoa.
I caught that too.
The
And
members
there's
of the escort committee will
Yeah.
exit the chamber through the lobby doors.
After all that McConnell's done for you.
You mean
And
jack
it's a lot.
shit?
Man, don't tease my ladybugs.
CNN's projected 9 minutes and 30 seconds before they start.
there's
Well, that's about right.
Biden had a sudden bathroom break.
He
In
needed,
the hallway.
he needed a diaper change. That's what he needed.
he probably got lost already.
Come on, man.
Turned the wrong way.
Come on.
Poor
Chris
Chris.
Rowland, so gay, feels like he turned straight. Mitch McConnell's been in that position since 1987.
I was
He's been
born
there
that
for-
year.
right,
What, with his
exactly.
ankles
35
around his
years,
neck?
guys.
With his ankles
Yeah.
around his neck.
Thought it
like
was
Jack Murphy
1887.
pose?
Okay, well, my
It's been a life. since then.
my years are a little off there, I guess.
He was one of the pages in Independence Hall when they fucking signed the Declaration of Independence. He was that old.
He was there litigating painting of the Sistine Chapel.
What was that about Thanos?
That was good.
Don't tease his ladybugs. It's not going to wash off.
See,
So what's
every
this
time I
about?
think of Thanos, I think of the actor Josh Brolin, and then I think of the Goonies.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. Do the truffle shuffle.
By the way, where is
Miami Spice.
where is
Miami
Senator Brandon?
Spice.
I don't know. Did anybody
I think
anybody
Senator
bother to
Brandon.
invite him?
They already showed him.
Oh dear God, they should. Oh,
The diplomatic corps.
Who cares?
by the way, interesting fact, ladies and gentlemen, the State of the Union address that is his public address that everybody sees wasn't a thing until Woodrow Wilson in the early 1900s. I forget his exact presidential term right now.
Woodrow Wilson again, huh?
That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
There was no original speech that was ever given. It was a letter in writing to the Congress itself that the Congress would then read off in its own time. So,
One that was pinned with female writing, almost like Edith.
So is that Bono and
Was that her name?
his,
Looks
his
like
gay lover?
Pugsley. We got Lurch down on the bottom and Pugsley up top. Pugsley, the teenage years.
He's speaking to people that aren't speaking to him.
I think that's Bono's boyfriend.
I like that green tie.
I have no idea who that other guy is, so.
Yeah, but that green tie was pretty fire.
Maybe Bono will sing a song.
Hopefully.
At the halftime show?
The speech is delayed for 5 minutes due to emergency diaper change.
yes.
Song would be called
Jokes.
Boots and Cats.
Boots and cats.
Y'all make sure you hit that like button for us.
Yeah, I guess I should reach over there and hit it myself.
Yeah, you
And
probably.
make sure they're just making sure he's
Jimmy
sound
YouTube says incoming.
Oh, so we're gonna get a splash from the Jimmy.
There he is.
Jimmy.
It's Jimmy YouTube.
Yo, what's good?
What's up?
Now,
From Jimmy YouTube and the president
I'm guessing.
are the same person.
Yo. So
Look, it's Kimmel.
I'm guessing
Jimmy, you're
the
really
potato
loud.
and cheese has not arrived yet.
No, we're still
Not yet.
No, he's gonna come out here in a short moment here.
Look at all these
These are the
potatoes.
justices.
There's all the justices.
Tapping out,
Potatoes.
buddy.
Look at these monsters, criminals.
Garbage.
Oh
of
my
them.
lord!
Except for Clarence
Here comes
Thomas.
I'm hobbling down.
yes, except for the sixth member of the Jackson Five, Miss
It's
Jackson. There.
spicy.
Did
Tits and ray guns.
Stingy, I drowned
Brown
Jackson.
Jackson.
It's all potatoes from here.
Did I see Clinton on there earlier?
Grew up with a lovely
No.
split on the farm.
Old Billy up on there?
No.
I didn't see him.
I'm just
No.
a little lonely spud.
from the farms of Scranton, Pennsylvania.
The potato and cheese.
I gotta send you
And
that video.
and
I gotta.
his- Go ahead. And of course, his what would you call it? His vice president, which would be the sour cream.
Oh,
Cream.
oh, dude, don't do that.
Did you say the sour cream?
That was good.
The vice president is
Is that Mad
coming
Dog right there?
to like
Or
the
Lame
next
Dog, I
city
should
over
say.
to me, and I don't know how to feel about that.
So how do you all kind of feel that like Monica Lewinsky, given a blow, may have ended up with 9/11?
Don't start that.
Wait a minute.
What?
I fail to see how these two things are related.
Oh,
We'll explain in a
That's-
moment.
that's one for me. Joe Biden's the horse.
Look, it's Jill Biden back from the satanic Grammy
yep.
Awards ceremony.
Back from the
For the devil.
Joe Biden 5-second close-up is one for me.
Yo, she is on something.
Dude, the-
Oh, Joe
Yes,
Biden
I got-
close-up
I got-
Did
is
she
also
just
one
kiss
for
him
me.
on the lips?
Yeah, I got
Yep.
two as well.
What?
Joe
All right,
Biden,
this-
5
it's
seconds
not
close
all-
up to Joe Biden.
I got you, Daisy.
That's a
Same.
purple dress. Holy crap! She goes so
Closed
many
caption
breaks
is
a day.
on.
royalty, huh?
She does look a little
Coming.
bit like she got stuffed into a.
We do need to
garbage
capture
bag.
all of those audio words because
Applause, yes.
Applause.
we've
Applesauce.
We have to know when
seen
to applaud.
what happens when he drowns Jackson. So
Mr.
More
Speaker,
Gurgle, gurgle.
President's Cabinet.
Oh no,
President's cabinet.
these jokers.
I mean, the president's collaborators.
There's a wall.
Yeah.
All we need is
The
his
president's
attention
handlers.
Look how wide
This is
he
the brains behind the man. Great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
He won't even look right in the camera, give it a smile.
Oh God!
That
Look
little
at
old lady
freaking-
behind the big guy. Just
That's
funny
yelling.
as hell.
That's
At least the
yelling.
first guy knew he's a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
As she walks in, she sounds
Look
like
at this
Don Quixote.
dinosaur.
It is okay. I will scrub your balls. It's all about the blowjobs.
Oh God.
Jeez, look at these criminals walking into this great hall.
I mean,
Look at these criminals walking into this den of criminals.
Right?
Defiled. Spit, spit.
Oh.
Oh my God! Hug it out! Hug it out!
Oh, by the way, all around the Capitol, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lovely, giant, big old fence and military stuffs.
Oh, that's been there
set
since
up
he
there.
got there.
Oh,
It's
I wish
called
we
a
could
wall.
do.
It's a
I wish
wall.
we could do a cutscene to the wall.
Well, I
That
That,
is
is,
in the
that has
wall.
been there since he
They
got
don't
there.
work.
And he just got a fancy new wall around his house, didn't he, Shirts?
Boot gag back from maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's one of my least favorite
I was
people in the
sending a
world.
balloon to make it to the State of the Union address, but it got shot down. Sucks to be.
Oh, dude.
Hey, sometimes I wonder, Printer God. Sometimes I wonder.
A den of vipers, yeah. Slither. Regurgitate last week's meal.
My nerdy ass read that as the Klingons. Klingons got him.
I thought it was a Klingon too.
What's the difference?
That's a fair question.
Klingons are more honorable than these motherfuckers.
Nah, you right.
That's the understatement.
That's true.
Oh God, my
So
nose
Miami
that's
Spice
fucking
put in
great.
there.
These guys are like
It's
the
like she
Borg.
was stuffed
They just
into
go
an
around and
eggplant.
absorb.
Yeah. Beta and Granholm in the same shot.
those of you that are
Gross.
why is the panel so big?
Oh my God! It's Pete Buttigieg.
Why is there so many people talking over it? There's nothing currently happening.
We're all
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
shut
be
up.
quiet
We're
about
all
this
gonna
story.
we're all gonna try being our best about not talking over what the president has to say, but we're still gonna have things to say. And
Oh look, it's Miss W.E. Bilderberg.
right.
Oh my gosh.
How many?
Is
of
that Jeff
them-
Bezos?
There's a
Was
couple
that
more.
frickin'
WEF.
Kraus
I mean,
Schwab?
If that was Bezos, he wouldn't be down there.
True.
Yes.
He'd be up in the gallery.
We will try to be very, very quiet once it starts.
Yeah.
Before that, I'll be like,
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God!
Rudolph.
Joseph Stalin. I mean Mansion.
Kristen Cinema. That's the banana looking thing.
Shiz is right. That yellow stands out. So I mean, she's getting attention.
Let's use
So
some.
does the
It's
eggplant.
her and Joseph Stalin.
you're right.
I mean
You're right,
Mansion trying
Frogman.
to color
Shiz.
code for Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
There you
At
go.
least, at least the cameraman has a sense of humor.
She just looks like a bitchy banana.
Tadpole.
Yeah.
Who pretends she's moderate when she's invited to both Bilderberg and the WEF. But hey, you know.
Indistinct chatter.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Come on, it's a private plane.
Moose Maneuver said that dress just gave him pink eye.
Look at all these people. Hey, you made me a lot of money. Hey, you made me a lot of money. Oh, we made a lot of money together.
So let's go back forward.
Jimmy, bro, it's
More
so
money.
good.
Or shall we rip off this?
Let me show you how to do the splits.
God,
This
look
is-
at these.
This is
two.
my latest.
Oh, what,
this is
what
my
the
Pow
freak
Wow
are they
Cow
wearing
cookbook.
now? What are these pins? Look at this. Look at
Join me,
this.
join me when I say how.
Those are crayons. Those are crayons.
she's
So
like
they have
looking
something to
Is that
eat.
what they use
That-
to sign with?
Those are crayons, so they have something to eat halfway through.
Crayons? What the hell's a
Hey, these
crayon?
aren't Marines, all right?
No, those are crayons on their lapels. Those are crayons.
Crayons?
For what?
Crayon.
What do they mean?
Crayons.
What is the symbolism?
Crayon.
Look at
What's
this
the
freaking
symbolism of
brooch
the
that she
crayon?
has.
The bird?
Is that
I
like the
know.
communist red star underneath of
No,
like,
it's a
There's a
sombrero.
Y in the center of crayons.
It kind of looks like the
Jeez.
It's a sombrero.
Hunger and sickle.
Hunger Games pin.
It's a sombrero.
No, no, I'm
She's from
talking about. We're talking about
California.
Nancy Pelosi. Yeah,
That's
No,
what I'm
it's a
talking about.
sombrero.
Wearing
That-
curtains.
I can't believe she's in the country.
See?
Why isn't she arrested? Get her. Get her. Tax fraud. Get her.
No.
You're right. They all look like 1980
Yeah, they
mafia
do.
ones. Yes,
No,
they
no,
do.
no,
Oh
no.
my gosh.
Hey,
You're wrong, ladies. Ladies,
Someone
this
was
is
wearing
what
the
it
pin
reminds me
from The
of.
Hunger Games. Someone was wearing the pin from the Hunger Games.
That's what
Oh.
I said. Nancy Pelosi
There you
is like
go.
a Hunger Games fan.
Did
No,
y'all
it was
see
the
that?
one behind her. She was wearing
Yeah, it was
Hunger
the big.
Games. Yes.
Yes, yes. I was like fixated on that. I thought that's what you guys were talking about. I was like, holy shit.
All right, cool, Frog. Thanks. I've got a work call here in about 10 minutes, so I gotta get ready
Peace,
for it.
Tish.
See y'all
Thank you
soon.
for joining us, Tish. Everybody make sure you
Thank you
check
so
out
much,
Tish. in
Absolutely.
Like
I'll
Tish.
listen while I'm listening to the conference call. This is more.
Tennessee. I got
You guys are
a
more
15
interesting.
lens.
I
I'll
got it.
see you when I see you.
Later, Tish.
Is that someone
I don't know. It
wearing
seems like
pajamas? Harvey Weinstein.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
allegedly.
Man down by the river.
Potatoes.
We found him, guys. We found him.
I didn't wash my hands. I didn't wash my hands.
Jesus, he was caught in an air duct.
Do you see the face of those two in front? They're like really apprehensive.
Was
Like,
that guy wearing a mask?
like look at their faces. This dude. They both so sad. Look at them. Look at them.
Look, they're acting as like a wall. All right, let's not get stabbed if he does. Just walk. We're walking. We're walking.
Oh God, this creepy, ugly Shimmer, just lurching behind him.
Have they said if there are teachers in the gallery yet?
Oh, who knows who's in the gallery for this?
He'll talk about it.
Oh yeah. There are like legit military targets in this room. It's just like Davos.
So bad. Like, this kind of stuff makes me hella nervous, bro.
Oh yeah, like this is a scary meeting. There are like legit criminals here. This is disturbing.
There was a TV show about just that where it was a bombing during a State of the Union address, and the
Thermo, what's up, brother?
the only designated survivor, I think it was called.
Yep,
Yes.
there was a whole program about that.
Oh
Wasn't
dang!
it Kiefer
Yep.
Sutherland?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland.
What if
We'll
there is
see
just
him.
a big raid and everybody here gets arrested, like the end of a Monty Python skit?
This makes me think of
Ain't
Game
gonna
of
happen.
Thrones.
Wish
Oh jeez!
we'd be.
Don't say that. They'll put you on the news for saying that.
Again, we're all gonna talk
Showed AOC even one
during
time.
nothing. There's nothing happening.
Yeah.
When he gets up there, we're all gonna try watching what we're saying and listening to what he's talking about.
I see more Ukrainian memorabilia in this freaking house than anything else still. I'm just saying.
Whose house?
Not yours.
Our house, the middle street.
I don't know. I
Hardly
see a lot
see
of
anyone
dinosaur
there buying
bones.
any lapels.
Y'all hit that
A lot
like
of
button.
old people.
Well, yeah, hit subscribe.
That's a clone.
If you haven't subscribed to
yeah,
everybody that's in this
yeah.
panel, go down below in that description line and do that.
French fried taters.
Do that. And the reason that we like panels like this or whatever is because it actually gets more thought, gets more opinion out there as opposed to just one thought or just one opinion. And I'm with you. I like America's Shirts, thoughts and opinions, but
and the opinion from no, I'm just kidding.
Boy, that chunky man on the on his right. If anyone's going to take a bullet, I won't be him. Got a lot of padding.
Y'all got
The
your bingo
council
cards ready?
a good idea from the gulags. We changed.
Oh,
I wish there's ways to actually share everybody's screens at the same time so we could all share bingo cards.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Anybody got anything?
Nancy
interesting
can
out
barely clap and hold herself.
I've got
up. She's so
two.
drunk.
We need bingo cards.
Well, it's that time of night. She's on the drinking game also. So
You don't need them.
alone.
It's just a couple of
You
us.
don't need them.
She's like
I've been-
trying to hold herself
I've
up,
been
not like
posting
throw herself on the
in the
ground.
chat.
She's clever. She could barely do it.
Before I
Look at this thing.
Dripping everywhere. That's what.
Did you? He
Do you
really
think
had
her
me
husband-
shown the way up there just now. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's regular. That's freaking normal.
Oh,
Okay.
I know you. You were under my desk earlier.
Good to see you. We'll talk later.
Well, this book is upside down.
Well, I wish someone would have actually done that. It's easier. It's harder now for them to tear it up like Nancy did.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Where am I?
Right.
I know he acts like he's a celebrity after destroying the entire country over 2 years.
Present to you the president.
Well, they cheer for him like one. Listen to that. Act like it's the second coming of Jesus.
Mr. Speaker.
Well, I mean, it did say he would come down on a rolling chariot, a fire or something like that, right?
Is that like a rocket wheelchair?
What are you doing, bro?
Yes, dude, yes.
Mr. Speaker, Madam Vice President.
Holy crap! He called her
our
vice
First
president.
Lady and second gentleman. Good to see you guys up there.
Can't mess up the
that's
second
who he
State of
is.
the Union.
That's Kamala's husband. Yeah. That's who he is.
Oh,
Forgot
I thought
about
it,
that.
he looked familiar. Yeah.
I know you forget that she's even married half the time, but anyway.
I mean, so does she.
That's just
True.
for show. She's such a knob dabbler.
By the way, Chief Justice, I may need a court order. She gets to go to the game tomorrow, next week. I have to stay home. Got to work something out here. Members of the cabinet,
yeah,
leaders
yeah,
of
you
our
do.
military, Chief Justice, Associate Justice, and retired Justice of the Supreme Court, and to you, my
Get a
fellow
court order?
Americans. You know, I start tonight by congratulating the 118th Congress and the new Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy.
You are not the speaker.
Gosh, she looks like such a dinosaur.
Speaker, I don't want to ruin your reputation, but I look forward to working with you.
She gets older every time she comes back from the satanic.
And I want to congratulate the new leader of the House Democrats, the first African American minority leader in history, Hakeem Jeffries.
Damn. That's another eye.
Well, that's one for me. I gotta eat.
There's another lie for you. He's not the first one. Remember that, nerd? We went through this, didn't we?
What was that?
He won in spite of the fact I campaigned for him.
That Republican from back in the day.
Congratulations, the longest serving
Yeah,
leader
well, I
in
think
the
he was a
history of the
majority
United
leader.
States
There we
Senate,
go.
Mitch McConnell. Where are you, Mitch?
Another one.
Oh, I gotta come out of my shit.
They don't even show his face. Oh, there he goes. Oh my God! Of course he's got Ukraine colors on. Yes.
My ladybugs are sore.
You know, another term is
That was-
Senate minority leader. You know, I think you.
They
this time
still
you a
have more
slightly
Ukrainian
bigger majority.
flag
Mr.
memorabilia
Leader.
than
You're the
him.
majority leader. About that much bigger. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I want to give special recognition to someone who I think is going to be considered the greatest
Speckle
special
recognition?
in the House of Representatives.
Called the A
Special
spots.
erection.
Well,
Special
he's
erection.
talking about
It's
me.
Melissa, shout out. Got it.
Well, thank you. Thank you to all of you, you people. Yes.
Why aren't they cheering?
Folks, the story of America is the story of
Folks.
progress and resilience, of always
He's
moving
gonna
forward,
focus us to death.
of never ever giving up. It's a story unique among all nations. We're the only country that has emerged from every crisis we've ever entered stronger than we got into it. Look, folks, that's what we're doing again.
The
2
crisis
years
is
ago, the
you,
economy
bro.
is reeling. I stand here tonight after we've created,
Your
with the help of
pals.
many people in this room, 12 million new jobs. More jobs created in 2 years than any president created in 4 years because of you all, because of the American people.
Oh my God!
2 years ago,
Out of a population of 365 million, where the average employment rate is something like actually 40%.
2 years ago,
It's nothing.
COVID had shut down. Our businesses
It's
were
a bunch of other
closed,
people
our
getting like
schools
another
were
third job.
robbed of so much.
Yeah.
Today,
That's
COVID
literally
no longer
it.
controls our lives. And 2 years ago, democracy
Biden.
faced its
I
greatest
just got
threat to
it.
the Civil War, and today,
Within the first
though bruised,
30
our
seconds.
democracy remains unbowed and unbroken.
Yep. Got it.
What?
I
Bingo?
think it's January 6th.
Are we doing 3 across or 4 across?
Dude, I went 4 across.
We're writing the
fine.
next chapter in the great American story, a story of
Wait.
progress
Did
and
he say
resilience.
we're closer to civil
kind of
war?
bingo game are you
Leaders asked me
playing?
to define
What
America,
the
and they
hell's
do,
going on?
believe it or not.
This is
I
a
can
this is a
define it in
Phil All
one
thing.
word, and I mean this.
Oh, is it?
Possibilities.
No, it is not.
We don't think anything is beyond our capacity. Everything is a possibility. You know, we're often
Oh,
told
God, it's a
that
Campbell's
Democrats
commercial.
and Republicans can't work together.
Success is
But over the
defined as
past 2
success.
years, we've proved the
Congrats.
cynics and naysayers wrong. Yes, we disagreed plenty. And yes, there were times when Democrats went alone. But time and again, Democrats and Republicans came together.
Alone, like a civil
Came
war,
together
like
to
like
defend a
that.
stronger and safer Europe. It came together to pass one in a generation,
There it
once in a
is.
generation
Bubble
infrastructure law,
words.
building bridges connecting our nation and our people. We came together to pass the most significant law
How's
ever,
that going?
helping victims exposed to toxic burn pits. And in fact,
Forget about it. It's water under the bridge.
Oh God!
What in the hell is he talking about?
That
The-
freaking veterans bill thing that they made a huge big deal of.
Yeah. Those burn pits are really bad. Good, dude.
What in the hell is that?
5-second
I've
AOC.
signed over
goes up.
300 bipartisan pieces of legislation since becoming president. From
Oh, it's
reauthorizing
bipartisan.
the Violence Against Women Act, the Electoral Count Reform Act, the Respect for Marriage Act that protects the right to marry the person you love. And to my Republican
Nope.
friends, we could work together the last Congress. There's no reason we can't work together and find consensus on important things in this Congress as well. I think
Sit down.
But that's a goal. That's not a state of the. That's not a current state.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's such a good point.
you all are
Because
informed
it's all
design, but I think
future.
the
It's
people
like,
send
what
us a
about
clear
now? You're
message.
supposed to get the states.
Fighting for the sake of fighting.
It means president.
Yeah.
For the sake of
Yes.
conflict, for the sake of conflict, gets us nowhere.
Jesus Christ.
That's always been my vision of our country, and I know it's many of yours. To restore the soul of this nation, to rebuild the backbone of America.
He's selling
That
bullshit.
one's
Rebuild!
Fallen Nation. I
and
got that
unite
one.
the country.
I got 2 left
We've been
before I
sent
get
here to
bingo.
finish the job, in my view. For decades, the middle class has been hollowed out.
You say something about Birth of a Nation?
And not no one administration,
Yes,
but
Soul
for
of
a
our
long
nation.
time.
One
Too many good paying manufacturing jobs move overseas. Factories close down. Once thriving cities and towns that many of you represent became shadows of what they used to be. Along the way, something else we lost. Pride, our sense of self-worth. I ran for president to fundamentally change things, to make sure our economy works for everyone.
That's
so we
like
can all
Obama.
feel
Kinda
that pride
wanted to do,
in what
right?
we do.
Fundamentally change everything.
To build an economy from the bottom up and the middle out, not from the top down. Because when the middle class does well, the poor have a ladder up, and the wealthy still do very well. We all do well.
Yes, but the middle class isn't doing well right now.
Oh my God!
His buddy's
What
handles.
is this?
I know a lot of you
Literally no one else has
my
one.
dad, but my dad used to say, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck.
You've never had a job.
I just got that one. My father used to say, I got that one. And
It's about
yes,
your
another
dignity.
one.
It's about respect. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. Well, folks,
Is that what you told
let's look at
Hunter?
the results. We're not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, but unemployment rate is at 3.4%, a 50-year low.
What is low? Unemployment?
Is he stupid?
Yes.
Unemployment metric is not actual unemployment, though. It's people on the program.
Hispanic workers. We've already created, your help, 800,000
Yes, all those
good-paying
Hispanic workers
manufacturing
you
jobs.
imported
The
across the
fastest growth in
We've
40
never
years.
created anything. Shut up.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? If the Democrats are
Government
for,
jobs, I
Can't
guess.
lead the world in manufacturing. And I don't know where that's written. For too many decades, we imported projects and exported jobs. Now, thanks to what you've all done, we're exporting American products and creating American jobs.
Literally non-existent.
Not true. Bullshit.
That
The whole
literally
thing is
does
a
not happen.
freaking lie, straight out.
Inflation has been a global
You
problem.
haven't
The
caught any
pandemic
lies so
disrupted
far.
our supply chains.
You're not paying
and Putin's
attention.
Unfair and brutal war.
Everything that
in
this guy
Ukraine
said has been a lie.
disrupted energy supplies as well as food
Oh,
supplies.
vilifies
Oh,
Putin.
energy?
Oh
Energy
yes,
supplies?
it's Putin that caused
Vilifies
it.
Putin.
In any country
Yep,
on
I
earth.
got that one.
Check a DM.
But we have more to do. But here at home, inflation is coming down. Here at home, gas prices are down $1.50.
Yeah, I
from their
just got
peak.
another one.
But if
Takes
we were
credit for
there-
lower
Not
gas
fast
prices.
enough, but coming
Yeah,
down.
I got-
Inflation
I
has
need
fallen every
2
month
more in like
for the
3
last
different
He also
rows.
said we have more to do.
I'll
and
take
you're
home.
inflation has not
Gone up.
fallen. That is
Additionally,
no. The
over the
inflation
last
No, it's
three
gone up.
years, a record
inflation
10
rate
million
has.
Americans applied to start new businesses. 10 million. And by the way,
I don't think OnlyFans counts as starting a new business.
I don't think
God, I
that
wanna-
statistic
I
is
hate-
real.
I hate
every time
Romney.
someone starts a small business is an act of hope.
Does the YouTube channel
And Madam
go?
Vice President, I want to
I mean,
thank
sex
you
work is now a
for
job.
making that
according to
effort
the
to
Democrats.
ensure that small businesses have access to capital and the historic laws we enacted that are going to just come into being. Standing
What?
here last year, I shared
They're going to
with you the
socialize the
story
capital, bro.
of American genius and possibilities. Semiconductors,
Communism.
small computer chips the size of a fingerprint that power everything from cell phones to automobiles and so much more.
To your
These
digital
chips
server.
were invented in America. Let's get that straight. They were invented in America. We used to make 40% of the world's chips. In the last several
Can we get a
decades,
quick
we
fact
lost
check
our
on that?
edge.
And then
Where
he
was-
We're down
sent
to
the
only
jobs
producing
off elsewhere.
10%. We all
He was
saw
part
what
of
was the
happened
IC
during the
created?
pandemic when chip factories shut down overseas.
Texas,
Today's
yeah.
automobiles need 3,000 chips each of those automobiles. But American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't enough
Make
chips.
sure you buy them chips.
Car prices went
Make
up.
sure you buy them
People
chip
got laid
stocks.
off. So
Not
did everything from
advice.
refrigerators to cell phones. We can never
advice.
let that happen again. That's why we came together to pass the Bipartisan Chips and Science Act.
You ain't past shit.
Crappy act full of a bunch of pork.
I mean, some people are clapping.
I know I've been criticized for saying this, but I'm not changing my view. We're going to make sure the supply chain for America begins in America. The supply chain begins in America.
You have to reduce red tape, allow destroying of the environment, digging up, gathering of resources. They're not going to do that.
Well,
It's
and,
too much work for them too. They won't do it.
and are you going to hire all those little Chinese hands to do that work for you?
It kicks in. With this new law, we're going to create hundreds of thousands of new jobs across the country. And I mean all across the country, throughout not just the coast, but through the middle of the country as well. That's going to come from companies that have announced more than $300 billion in investment in American manufacturing over the next few years. Outside of Columbus, Ohio, Intel is building semiconductor factories on 1,000 acres, literally a field of dreams. It's going to
Oh my God, what is
10,000
Kamala going to
jobs,
burst
that
out
one
laughing right now? Look at her
investment.
face.
7,000 construction
dreams.
jobs.
She's trying to hold it in.
3,000 jobs in those
It's their natural
factories once
state
they're
is a
finished.
witch cackle.
They call them factories. Jobs paying an average of $130,000 a year, and many do not require a college degree.
Well, that sucks. So you're gonna hire idiots?
Because we work together, these jobs where people don't have to leave home to search for opportunity. It's just getting started. Think about the new homes, the small businesses, the medium-sized businesses. So much more that's going to be needed to support those 3,000 permanent jobs. And
Only
the factories that are
3,000.
going to be built. Talk to mayors and governors, Democrats and Republicans, and they'll tell you what this means for their communities. We're seeing these field of dreams transform to the heartland. But to maintain the strongest economy in the world, we need the best infrastructure in the world.
I do.
And folks, as you
Oh,
all
look at
know,
this. Look at this. They show Pete Buttigieg, who's presided over the worst
Oh my
infrastructure
gosh.
in history. Let's just
Some
talk
of the
about
best
the
we're
area.
gonna take your guns. The United States of America.
Oh, God.
Let's
It's
hear it.
really.
There we go.
in the
Got
world
another
of
one.
Infrastructure, modern
He yells.
infrastructure. But now we're coming back because we came together and passed the bipartisan infrastructure law, the largest investment in infrastructure since President Eisenhower's interstate highway system.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, you threw the money at it. Where's anything else to show for it? Nothing. Because it never goes anywhere.
Already we've funded over 20,000 projects, including major airports from Boston to Atlanta to Portland. Projects that are going to put thousands of people to work rebuilding our highways, our bridges, our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America. Urban, rural, tribal. And folks, we're just getting started. We're just getting started.
No, we've only destroyed a portion
I
of
mean
it.
sincerely. I want to thank my Republican friends who voted for the law, and my Republican friends who voted against it as well. But I'm still, I
Thank
still
them?
get asked to
What?
fund the projects in those
Yeah,
districts as well. But
well,
don't worry. I promised I'd be a president for all Americans. We'll fund these projects, and I'll see you at the groundbreaking.
Somebody's just like dying in there somewhere.
I'll see you at the brown breaking. That's what you said, wasn't it? The brown.
This law will further unite all of America. Projects like Brent Spence Bridge in Kentucky over the Ohio River, built 60 years ago, badly needed repairs, one of the nation's most congested freight routes, carrying $2 billion worth of freight every single day across the Ohio River. And folks, I've been
That's
talking
not
about
true.
fixing it for decades, but we're really finally going to get it
The
done.
bridge between Kentucky and
I went there
Ohio
last
is
month
socialized
with
or
Democrats and
privatized, and a private
Republicans
company
from
does
both
it. It's
states
program now.
to deliver a
Bullshit.
commitment of
Yes.
$1.6 billion
He's
to
bullshit.
this project.
Yeah, but you still can't build a train from
I met
California or
a
from
young
Los
woman
Angeles
named
to
Sarah.
San
She's here tonight. I don't
Francisco.
know where Sarah is. Is she up in the box? I don't know. Sarah, how are you? Well, Sarah, for 30 years, I learned, she told me she'd been a proud member of the Iron Workers Local 44. known
Upside
as-
down cross.
No, don't look upside down.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Yeah, it is.
the sky.
What?
The folks who built
No, it's not.
built Cincinnati
No, it's not.
skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that.
No,
new
that was
bridge.
not upside down.
No, it wasn't.
That's pride. And that's what we're also
It just looks-
building
it's-
back pride. Look,
The base of it is
we're
short.
replacing poisonous lead pipes.
Pride is a deadly
Going to
sin.
10 million homes in America. 400,000 school and child care centers. So every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain.
Is that what happened to you?
Wait, what?
We're
What?
making sure.
How does a child care center give them fresh fucking
We're
water?
making sure
What the hell was that?
Talking about Flint?
every community.
Is he talking about
No, he
Flint?
said child care
Every community
centers.
in America has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive by McDonald's parking lot to help them do their homework online with their kids, which is many thousands are doing across the country.
What?
And
What?
Who does that?
Nope. I've done it when I was in
No
California.
excuses for it.
I've done it when I was like not at home and I needed to get online and watch after something. Happened before, but
We're gonna get Fed boxes in every single house in this nation. Everybody clap.
Totally consistent with international trade rules. Buy America has been the law since 1933, but for too long, past administrations, Democrat and Republican, have fought to get around it. Not anymore.
Part of both.
Tonight, I'm announcing new standards that require all construction materials used in federal infrastructure projects to be made in America.
He just increased
And
the price
that's
of
why
every
nothing will be
federal
done because
construction
nothing is
project
made in
probably by
America.
20,
So it'll go
30%.
nowhere, and then they'll just pocket everything. Yay!
Lumber, glass, drywall, fiber optic
Lumber?
cable. And on my
You're
watch,
openly
American
attacking the
roads,
lumber
bridges,
industry.
American highways are going to be made with American products as well. Folks,
Oh my God.
my economic plan is about
Folks.
investing in places and
It's all just
people
bullcrap.
that have been forgotten. So many of you listening tonight,
People don't realize that highways
I know
are
you
built
feel it.
typically within
so
using
many
stone
of you
within
felt
5
like you've just
miles.
simply been forgotten. Made the economic
Yeah, it's all
upheaval
local.
of the past 4 decades.
Yeah.
Too many people have been left behind and treated like they're invisible. Maybe that's you watching from home. Remember the jobs that went away. You remember
I can't
them.
watch from home because I'm at
Folks at home
McDonald's
remember them.
parking lot.
Remember?
It even exists anymore for your children to get ahead without having to move away. Well, that's why I get that. That's why we're building an economy where no one is left
Make sure
behind.
you drive home that you get their
Jobs are coming
plights.
back. Pride is coming back.
Pride. Why?
Choices we made
Why
in the
do you keep
last
saying
several
pride?
years.
What do you want?
You know, this is, in my view, a blue-collar blueprint.
Is he trying to be
rebuild America.
inclusive or
Make a real
what?
difference in your lives at home. For example, too many of you
Look at that double messaging there.
lay in bed
Yeah.
at night like my dad did.
Oh, there we go.
Staring at
Another
the
one.
ceiling,
My father
wondering
used to say,
What in
staring.
God names happens if your spouse gets cancer or your child gets deadly
Oh
ill?
my God! They showed him.
You say that. You say, show him at the
Oh
same
my
time.
God.
That was
headphones.
Or you're gonna have to sell the house.
I
or
mean,
try to
by
get
the
a
way, he
second
doesn't even know
mortgage
what's
on
going on. By the way, because he can't
I get
read.
it.
I mean, he can't
I
hear
get
it
it.
and
The
process.
Inflation
How did
Reduction
that
Act
guy
that I
get
signed into
there?
law. We're
Because
taking on powerful
look at his
interests to
fucking
bring healthcare
competition. His
costs
fucking
down
competition was shit.
so you can sleep better at night
Dr. Oz, are you fucking
with more
kidding me?
security.
He's a lefty.
You know,
He was
we
promoted by.
more for prescription drugs than any.
Well, hey,
nation
when
in the
Republicans are
world.
getting,
You say
shot
it
pulling
again.
out of their
We
driveway.
pay more for prescription drugs than any major nation on earth.
Another one.
For example, 1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Many of you in
Diabetes.
this chamber do, and in the audience. But every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes so they can literally stay alive. Insulin's been around for over 100 years. The guy who invented it didn't even patent it because he wanted it to be available for everyone. It cost the drug companies roughly $10 a vial to make that insulin. Package it and all, you may get up to $13.
The
But
person
Big
who
Pharma
says that he's against
has been
Big
unfairly
Pharma
charging people
is the same
hundreds of
person that
dollars.
gave Big Pharma the
$500
biggest
a month,
wealth
making record
influx from our tax
Yeah.
dollars in
Not
history.
anymore.
But whatever.
And tried to
Whatever.
require you to buy from them too.
Yes, mandate that. Yeah, exactly. And you must buy other products, and you must do what they say. They are his masters, so there's
He was part of the
fooling
people that actually raised
Sup,
these
dude?
prices.
Many things that we did are only now coming to fruition. We said we were doing this, and we said we passed the law to do it.
No,
But
you
people didn't know because the law didn't take effect until January 1 of this year. We capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare.
For
Only
seniors
for
on Medicare.
seniors on
For seniors on
Medicare.
Medicare.
Oh,
We
great.
capped it, guys. For
Everybody
seniors.
else gets to pay
Wow.
the.
It only
Everybody
costs
else gets to
$10,
pay.
but we capped it. $35.
There are millions of
For
other
seniors on
Americans
Medicare.
who do not
Yes.
He
are
tread off
unemployed,
hard.
Wow.
including 200,000 young people.
Eee.
Type 1 diabetes need this insulin to stay alive.
Pig Pharma. There's the guy
Finish
that
the
follows
job
Pig
this
Pharma
time.
right there.
Let's
There you
cap the cost of insulin for everybody at 30.
So again, the boomers are
Yeah.
screwing over everybody.
And, yeah, everybody else gets to pay the.
I like how she gets up to clap and McCarthy just sits there like, nah.
I'm gonna jump off here, Frog. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. Later, Vicky. Everybody, make sure you check out Vicky T. There's
Have a good night, Vicky.
You guys in a bit. I'll be listening.
All right.
Alrighty.
Out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors on Medicare at a maximum of $2,000 a year. You don't have to pay more than $2,000 a year, no matter how much.
You can
your drug
really
costs
see
are.
where they did surgery on
Because
his
you know
skull,
why?
and that
You
right
all
there.
know
Like, it's like the line that's
Many of
going
you,
around the
like
circumference
many
of his
my
head. It's like
family,
that's
have cancer.
a really good show.
You know the drugs can
Like,
range
cut up
from
in his skull.
$10,000, $11,000, $14,000, $15,000.
What if all of us
cancer
did a really good video
If drug prices rise
talking
faster
about
than
how
inflation,
boomers
drug
screwed this
companies are
nation
gonna have
up?
to pay Medicare back the difference.
It's really good.
We're finally giving Medicare the power to negotiate drug prices. Bringing down
That's not gonna happen.
prescription drug costs doesn't just save seniors money. It cuts the
Going after the
federal
geriatric
deficit
vote. That's the only one that
by
matters, dude. It's the
billions
largest
of
demographic, bar none.
Ow.
Oh yeah.
by hundreds of billions
I
of
got
dollars.
another one.
Because these prescriptions
Yes.
Oh my God! Look at this freak woman down there. What the
purchased
freak?
by Medicare to keep their commitment to the seniors. Well, guess what? Instead of paying $400 or $500
The
bucks
seniors
a
on
month, you're paying
Medicare.
15. That's a lot of savings for the federal government. And by the way, why wouldn't we want that? Now, some members here are threatening, and I know it's not an official party position, so I'm not going to exaggerate,
Oh, don't start.
but threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. As my coach, that's okay. That's fair.
Just the very name
As
is
my
just.
football coach said, "What's the piece of the year?" Make no mistake. If you try anything to raise the cost of prescription drugs, I will veto it.
Did you say aluminum jobs?
Of course you will.
Look,
They're all
Prescription
like,
drugs.
"You think so? You think so?" They're all laughing.
Americans have health insurance now
All the
for
Republicans
ever in
are
history.
tongue in cheek.
A record 16 million people
Freaking
enrolled in the
rip
Affordable
dogs.
Care Act. And thanks to the law I signed last year, saving millions are saving $800 a year on their premiums. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. So my plea to some of you, at least in this audience, let's finish the job and make these savings permanent. Expand coverage of Medicaid.
Meanwhile, making everything else more expensive. By the end of the day, it won't be any cut.
The Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate
Off a
change.
lot of people sitting
Oh,
around.
God.
clapping.
Really? So it's not just inflation.
Lower utility bills.
I think she's got a Sabian under her
Leading the
seat.
world to a clean energy future. I
Oh
visited the
God, dude!
devastating
What the
aftermath
fuck?
of record floods, droughts, storms, and wildfires from Arizona
Bro, are
to
you
Mexico
serious?
to all the way up to the
She keeps
Canadian
jumping
border.
up like she's got one there.
More timber has been burned that I've observed from
We
helicopters.
talked about Build Back
in
Better,
the
didn't we?
entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem. In addition to emergency recovery,
Oh my
from Puerto Rico
God!
to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term.
Yep. She's
New
doing the spot
electric
challenge.
grids that are able to weather major storms and
Nice,
not
Dominican.
prevent those forest fires. Roads and water systems will stand the next
Only
big
you can
flood.
prevent forest fires.
Clean energy
mean,
to cut
Trump
pollution and
told
create
you to go
jobs in
rake the
communities
woods
often left behind.
and clean it up.
We're going to build 500,000 electric vehicle
we
charging
do?
stations installed across the country by tens of thousands of IBW workers.
No, you're not.
He hasn't built shite.
Not
We're
happening.
helping families save more than $1,000 a year with tax credits to purchase electric vehicles and efficient appliances, energy efficient
Okay,
appliances.
$50,000, you gotta give me
Historic
$1,000 a
conservation
year.
efforts.
Screw you.
Responsible stewards of our land. Let's face reality. The climate crisis doesn't care if you're in a red or blue state.
Don't
It's an
think about it
existential
too
threat.
hard, Tier. Just don't.
We have an obligation, not to ourselves, but to our children and grandchildren to confront it.
You're driving
I'm
an
proud of how-
18-wheeler. Dear
of
God,
how
don't think
America
too much
at
about
last
it.
is stepping
Too
up to
hard.
the challenge. We're still going to need oil and gas for a while. But guess what? No, we do.
No, we do. Oh,
But there's so much more to do.
We do.
We gotta finish the job.
Promise. We do. We got to
We
finish.
pay for these investments in our
I've
future
got a
by
plan.
providing
That's a
the
big
biggest
plan.
business
How to do
biggest
it.
corporations
That's
in
a
Just
big
till that
difference.
check clears
Fair
for
share.
the buy.
Just began. Look, I'm a capitalist. But pay your fair
No, you're
share.
no, he's not.
I'm a
A
communist.
lot of you at home, a lot
That's
of you
one good
with
one.
me and many people that you know,
Pay your fair
the
share.
tax system is not fair. It is not fair.
Yeah, it's called a progressive income tax. The more money you make, the more it's taken away. Yay!
The idea
Unless you have lawyers to
that in
get you out of it.
2020, 55 of the largest corporations in America, the Fortune 500, made $40 billion in profits and paid zero in federal taxes?
Lie.
Why?
Folks,
Wrong.
simply not fair. But now, because of the law I signed, billion-dollar companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. God love them. 15%.
By the way, all of these mega corporations,
Which is still
are-
absolutely
it's-
nothing
see,
because they have to earn it to freaking.
A corporation
I
is
was clear. I said at the very beginning,
pay taxes.
under my plans, as long as I'm president,
Stone-
nobody
so
earning less than
stupid.
$400,000 will pay
Fortune
an additional
500 is
penny in
their
taxes.
bosses.
Nobody,
Oh,
not
They
one
put
penny.
them in. So
Nope.
But let's finish the job. There's more to do. We have to
More people
reward
to
work,
screw.
not just wealth.
I mean, come on.
again,
That's
nothing
my
about the
proposal
current
for
state of the
billionaire
union.
minimum
Oh,
tax.
dude.
Just what he wants
No.
to do.
There's
Yep.
1,000 billionaires in America. It's up from about 600 in the beginning of the term. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter. I mean,
Sure they should. They
think
should be
about it.
paying the same tax rate. How's that? Same tax rate. Straight across. How's that?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Look. I know you aren't enthusiastic about that, but think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds
what
good.
a jackass.
Legal
Look at
Index
him.
reported his profits, record profits. Last year they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells.
Nice,
All
Well,
the
that's
blue and
because
yellow
we
tie
promised
that
to
Mitch
do.
Mitch McConnell had on there.
I said, we're
That's
going
what
to
you
need oil
promised to do.
for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed.
But you shut down
Beyond
all the
that.
oil pipelines coming in.
We're going to need it.
Dummy.
Production.
I mean, you regulated
They
it
had, in
right
fact,
out.
invested in the production to keep gas prices down. Instead,
Why is this all
they used the
lapse?
record profits to buy back their own stock, rewarding the CEOs and shareholders. Corporations ought to do the right
Wait,
thing.
to buy back their own stock?
That's why I propose we quadruple the tax on corporate stock buybacks and encourage long-term investments.
No. No.
They'll still make considerable profit.
Stop giving yourself other people's money.
Let's finish the job
Wow.
and close the loopholes that allow very wealthy to avoid paying their taxes. Instead of cutting the number of audits for wealthy taxpayers, I just signed a law to reduce the deficit by $114 billion by cracking down on wealthy tax cheats. That's being fiscally.
So everyone in this room,
Everybody, why the long face, Congress?
everyone in this room.
My
Every one of
administration has
them.
cut the deficit
Oh,
by
that's funny.
$1.7 trillion. The largest deficit reduction in
Debbie
American
Washington
history.
Schultz citing his job.
Under the previous administration,
Actually.
the American deficit went up 4 years
Somehow
in a
you
row.
reduce deficit. You don't
Because
get to
those
spend
record
money and
deficits,
say I
no
reduce
president
deficit.
added more to the national
Exactly.
debt.
Stop
in any
spending
4
money
years
you
of
don't
my
have.
predecessors.
Stop printing it.
Nearly 20.
Well, we're still spending money we don't have, just not as much money that we don't have. So we did a good job.
Was added by just one administration alone, the last one.
Look at that. That scumbag right there.
Check it out.
You're full of shit and everyone knows you are.
Check it out.
The hell did he just say?
They lifted the debt ceiling 3 times without.
Rewind it a
back
little
and
bit.
listen to what he actually said?
Yeah, rewind it. It's bullshit.
An economic disaster in the country. So tonight I'm asking the
He's talking about the debt
Congress to
ceiling.
follow suit. Let's commit here tonight to the full faith and credit of the United States of America will never ever be questioned. So some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hostage. I get it, unless I agree to their economic plans.
No, let me go back.
All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans.
See, like,
Republicans
this has nothing
want
to do
Medicare and
with the
Social
State of the
Security
Union. He's
sunset.
just
I'm not
openly
against the
attacking.
majority.
He's using the office of the president to openly attack the other side of the political aisle in this country. This is unprecedented.
I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't.
Liar.
I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion.
Conversion?
You know, it means
Conversion?
Conversion therapy?
Converting your money to his money.
That's what it is. There you go.
I don't even think it's even a significant. But it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look,
I mean, this is unbelievable,
folks.
That's both sides of the aisle are yelling at him.
That we're
Shut
not,
up.
we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks,
Can't be after him.
Oh my God.
Divinity with his quote.
What a
He's getting
We're
heckled
not
by
going to be
the chat.
threatened into
I think
default.
he did better whenever he had
But
like
we all apparently
the
agree. Social
the
Security
Darth
Medicare is
Vader
off the
crap
books
going on
now, right?
behind him.
Really? At least he spoke clearly.
All
Jeez.
right,
Made some sense.
I'm ready. We got unanimity.
No, you don't. They're telling you get the fuck off the stage.
Social Security, Medicare are lifeline for
Sorry for
millions
the
of seniors.
language.
Americans have to pay into them from the very first paycheck they start. So tonight, let's all agree, and we apparently are. Let's stand up for seniors.
No, no,
It's like,
no.
because I'm already
no,
standing right here.
No.
You should stand up for me.
We will not cut Social Security. We will not cut Medicare.
Cut him. Let's abolish him entirely.
Should cut them all off.
Cut every single one of them off. End it. Be done with it.
And if anyone tries to cut Medicare, I'll stop them. I'll veto it. And look, I'm not going to allow them to be taken away. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. But apparently it's not going to be a problem. Next month, when I offer my fiscal plan, I ask my Republican friends to lay down their plan as well. I really mean it. Let's sit
You
down
show me
together
yours, I'll
and
show you
discuss our
mine.
mutual plans together. Let's do that.
Hell with the children. Let's help the old people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Follow their generation all the way through American history, and it's all been about them fucking selves.
And it won't cut a single bit of Medicare or Social Security. In fact, we're going to extend the Medicare Trust Fund at least 2 decades. Because that's going to be the next argument. How do we keep it solvent, right? Well,
We
we'll not
kill
raise
off the
tax
young
on anyone
ones.
making under 400 grand,
Them
but
first.
we'll pay for it the way we talked about tonight by making sure that the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share. Look. Here's the deal. They're not just taking advantage of the tax code. They're taking advantage of you, the American consumer. Here's my message to all of you out there. I have your back. We're already preventing Americans from receiving surprise medical bills, stopping $1 billion surprise bills per month so far.
I don't know. I don't trust this guy behind me.
Seniors' life savings.
1 billion supplies
Cracking down in nursing homes.
surprise bills, or 100
fraud,
or 1 billion in
endanger
surprise
patient
bills.
safety, prescribe drugs that are not needed. Millions of Americans can
Oh,
now
like
save
freaking
thousands of
Cuomo did?
dollars because they can finally get a hearing aid over the counter without a
Oh wait,
prescription.
we busted out before California.
Look,
Don't.
Why would you want a hearing aid
without competition,
that didn't
it's
have a
not
prescription
capitalism.
to it?
It's extortion. It's exploitation. Last year,
The
I
fucking
cracked down with
shit
the
is
help
this
of many of
guy
you
on?
on foreign shipping companies that were making
Lots
you
of
pay higher
things.
prices for every good coming into the country.
He found he struck a
I signed
nerve with the old
bipartisan
people.
bill to cut shipping costs by 90%.
No, you get ones that are
helping
such a
American
certain
farmers,
decibels.
businessmen, and consumers. Let's finish the job.
They're not like
Pass the
universal
bipartisan
thing.
legislation to strengthen antitrust enforcement and prevent big online platforms giving their own products an unfair advantage.
Unfair advantage online? What?
My administration is also taking on junk fees, those hidden surcharges too many companies use to make you pay more. For
You
example,
don't like taxes?
we're making airlines pay full ticket price up front, refund your money if your flight is canceled or delayed. We reduce
Expect
I agree with that.
cancellations and delays.
by saving consumers more than $1 billion a year. We're cutting credit card late fees by 75% from $30 to $8.
Or just pay your fucking bill. How's that?
Look, junk fees may not matter to the very wealthy, but they matter to most other folks in homes
Matter
like
to
the one I grew up
everybody.
in, like many of you did. They add up to hundreds of dollars a month. They make it harder for you to pay your bills or afford that family trip. I know how unfair it feels
Just read.
when a company
Fix the-
overcharges you and gets away with it. Not anymore. We've written a bill to stop it all. It's called the Junk Fee Prevention Act. We're going to ban surprise resort fees that hotels charge on your bill. Those fees
Mr.
can cost
Terrible,
up to
end
$90 a
usury.
night at
Thank you. We
hotels
need
that
anti-usury
aren't
laws.
even resorts.
They'll never do it.
The idea that cable, internet, and cell phone companies can charge you $200 or more if you decide to switch to another provider.
How about this? You don't get one. Don't get one.
We can stop service fees on tickets to concerts and sporting events and make companies disclose all the fees up front.
That's why Bono's
And
there.
we prohibit airlines from charging $50 round trip for family just to be able to sit together. Baggage fees are bad enough. Airlines can't treat your child like a piece of baggage.
But it is.
Americans are tired of being. We're tired of being played for suckers. So pass
Gee, isn't that true?
the junk fee prevention.
We
Act
all
so
are tired of
companies
being
stop
played for
ripping us
suckers by
off.
people like you.
For too long, workers have been getting stiff. Not anymore.
Okay.
We're
Is that your
we're
impression
beginning
of
to restore
Kamala?
the dignity of work. For example,
It's a good one.
I should have known this, but I didn't until 2
I
years
thought it was
ago.
pretty spot on.
30 million workers have to sign non-compete agreements for the jobs they take. 30 million.
Wait, are they going to get rid
So
of
a
the non-compete
cashier
acts?
at a burger place can't walk across town and take the same job.
Oh,
another
No,
person-
that is
I promise you, I promise
think
you,
it's
cashier
bullshit
at a
right
burger
there.
place has never signed a
That
non-compete
was part of
clause.
the deal, guys. Look it up.
Ever.
Never.
No,
It's
But
not
not
true.
anymore.
That is so
Not true.
fucking not
Banning
true.
those agreements.
That's
so
for like
companies have to
corporate
compete for
jobs.
workers and
Yeah,
pay
that's
them
the
more.
jobs that actually matter.
You can go straight out of the government and go right into doing private shit to get your pockets greased. That's what
Most
that
of
means.
those non-competes are not what he's actually calling them out to be. Most of those are like
This is bound to
like
get
you
a
can't
response from my friends
work at like
on my
like
left with the right.
you know, like a Papa Murphy's and then
So
go work
sick and
over
tired
at
of
the
companies
at the
breaking
Papa
the law by
John's
preventing workers from
and
organizing.
try
Pass the
taking the
PRO
secrets
Act.
that you use from one at the
Businesses
other.
have
Be
a
like,
right.
you know, if you do this, that, and
Workers
the
have a
other,
right to form a
that's where they
union.
usually come into play. It's not usually, oh, you can't work here because
Guarantee
you've
all
worked at
workers
another
have a living
place.
wage.
It's not how it works.
Let's make sure
Well,
working
it's
parents
dumb.
can afford to raise a family with sick days,
Suck,
paid
Dragon
family
Man.
medical leave, affordable child care.
Well, how about this, Joe? What's a family? What do you consider a family, Joe?
Two lesbians and 3 children. The other one they sacrificed to the devil.
Child tax credit.
That's a family.
We talking about those? We
Lesbians
talking about
and
those
children.
boys in Walton County that decided to take 2 children and they adopted them and then pimped them out. We talking about those families? What are we talking
increase
about, Joe?
economic growth. So let's finish the job
As a matter of fact, yes.
and get more families access to affordable quality housing. Let's get seniors want to stay in their homes.
Here we go with the
Here
seniors again.
More breathing room. The millions of families, caregivers.
More breathing room's another.
Pass my plan.
Bingo,
so we
that's
get
3.
seniors and people with
More
disabilities.
breathing
home
room
care
by
and
giving
services
them
they
larger
need.
masks.
And support
Pass your plan while you pass your gas, and
workers who
Kamala's
are doing
passing
God's
another joint.
This isn't a very eloquent speech that I'm going to remember.
Restoring the dignity of work means making education an affordable ticket to the middle class. You know, when we made public education, 12 years of it universal in the last century.
Oh, Dragonhead, he said there's more to
system.
do.
We became
To
the
answer
best
the question in the
educated,
chat,
best
there is
paid
more
nation
to
in the
He
world.
said there's more to do in Ukraine.
The rest of the world's caught up. It's caught
Yes,
up.
I got that one too.
Jill, my wife, who
So would that be
teaches full-time,
glorified Zelensky?
as an expression. I hope I get it right, kid.
No.
Any
Marilyn
nation that
Manson.
out-educates us is going to
Careful, our
out-compete
dentures
us.
are going to fall out.
Any nation out-educates is going to out-compete us. Folks, we all know 12 years of education is not enough to win the economic competition of the 21st century.
I agree. You put a kid in 12 years in a prison, it ain't gonna teach him crap.
For 3 and 4 years old.
We need better
So
education.
children to go to preschool are nearly
A lot.
50%
No, it's just
more
long
likely
at
to
it.
finish
Long
high
at it,
school
you can't
they're going for the wino moms now.
no matter their background they came from. Let's give middle school teachers a
So
raise.
must train longer.
No. Good God.
There.
No,
don't
No.
give preschool teachers a raise.
let's give the prison wardens a raise. Beautiful,
Making
love it.
progress by reducing
Macaroni
student
art is hard work,
increasing Pell
deserving
Grants
of more money
for
being
working
stolen
middle
from them.
class families. Let's finish the job.
Teach my kids how to
And
chop
connect
their
students to
junk
career
off. How's
opportunities
that?
starting in high
Sounds
school.
great.
Provide access to 2 years of community college, the best career training in America, in addition to being a pathway to a 4-year degree. Let's offer every American a path to a good career, whether they go to college or not.
What?
And folks,
That makes no sense.
folks, in the midst of the COVID,
I mean, maybe we're talking about like
were closed.
Let's give
Like
them a
cut
path to a
programs?
4-year degree,
We
whether
were
they go to
shutting down
college or
everything.
not.
well,
Let's
I'm saying, can we talk
recognize
about
how
cut
far we
programs
came
and
in the
stuff?
fight against the pandemic itself. While the virus is not gone, thanks to the resilience of the American people and the ingenuity of medicine,
Government is the virus.
COVID grip on it. COVID deaths are down by 90%. We've saved millions of lives and opened
He
up
doesn't crap.
our country. We opened our country back up.
You're
And soon
poisoning
we'll
the
end the
children.
public health emergency. But it's called a public health emergency. But we'll remember the toll and pain that's never going to go away.
For next week.
More than 1 million Americans lost their lives to COVID. 1 million. Families grieving. Children orphaned. Empty chairs at the dining room table constantly reminding you that she used to sit there. Remembering them, we remain vigilant. We still need to monitor dozens of variants and support new vaccines and treatments.
Dirty to you.
So Congress needs to fund these efforts and keep America safe.
We need to funnel
And as
money.
we emerge from this crisis,
I don't know. You might
Stronger.
get shut down here for
we're also
playing
got
this
to double
part.
down on prosecuting criminals who stole relief money meant to keep workers and small businesses afloat.
But he allowed it.
How are you going to do that? Exactly.
Look, if you don't fire the prosecutor, you don't get the $1 billion.
Get the most votes.
Before I came to office, you remember, in that campaign, the big issue was about Inspector General,
Garth.
who would protect taxpayers' dollars from recycling.
Garth, what are you doing?
There were 5.
What?
Turn off
Many
the
people
porn
said we
in the
don't need
background.
them.
God.
Fraud agent ran over there. Last year, I told you the watchdogs are back. Since then, we've recovered billions of taxpayers' dollars. Now let's triple the anti-fraud strike force going after these criminals, double the statute of limitations on these crimes, and crack down on identity fraud by criminal syndicates stealing billions of dollars from the American people.
Federal government, yes. Crack down on
And
them.
the data shows that for every dollar we put into fighting fraud,
That'd be nice if
Double the
it was
statute of
damn lie.
limitations. That doesn't apply until after.
it matters.
No, you can't just.
COVID left its scars, like the spike in violent crime in 2020. the first year of the pandemic.
You get that?
We have an
Clip and
obligation
spike.
to make sure all people are safe. Public safety depends on public trust, as all of us know. But too often that trust is violated. Joining us tonight are the parents of Tyree Nichols.
Oh God!
Welcome.
Stir the pot.
Is that better?
Oh,
Is that better? We
no.
didn't do nothing.
Stir the
Sound better.
freaking pot.
Gotta be shitting. If you say white supremacy, I will slap your ass.
We had to bury Tyree last week.
He says that'll be my fourth bingo.
What's
You can
this story?
threaten
I've been-
America shirts with a
Many
good
of
time
you
by
personally
slapping his
know.
ass.
There's no words to describe the heartache or grief of losing a child. But imagine if you lost that child at the hands of the law. Imagine having to worry whether your son or daughter came home from walking down the street, playing in the park, or just driving a car. Most of
Imagine
us in here
if you actually read the
have never had to
percentages
have the
of
talk,
deaths
the
by
talk that brown
race,
and black
and you'd
parents
actually
have had
find
to
out
have
that
with their
there's
children.
more white on
Bo,
white
Hunter,
crime
Ashley, my
than
children.
there's anything.
I never had to have the talk
But
with them.
we won't go
I
there.
never had to tell them if a police officer pulls you over, turn your interior lights on right away. Don't reach for your license. Keep your hands on the steering wheel.
Then you were.
Imagine
I
having
mean,
to walk
those
there
people
every
didn't seem
single
too
time
concerned about any of
the
that
kid
with
got in the
him.
car.
No, they just
Don't
ripped
be
him out of the
banging
car.
one of
It looked gang
Don't be
related. It was
banging
real
one of the
aggro.
cops.
When I asked
Don't
her
be
how
banging
she
one of the
finds
cops'
courage to carry
wives
on
or
and speak
anything like
out.
that. It might be a good idea.
The faith of God, she said her son was, quote, a beautiful soul, and something good will come of this. Imagine how much courage and carry that takes. It's up to us, to all of us. We all want the same thing. Neighborhoods free of violence. Law enforcement who earns the community's trust.
Law enforcement.
What?
Just as every cop, when they pin on that badge in the morning, has a right to be able to go home at night, so does everybody else out there. Our children have a right to come
Yes,
home safely.
police are the threat.
But
Well, guys, you heard it here first.
your children have to be
No
not
more
breaking
race.
the law and being
What
dumbasses.
what is this? Look at this weirdo. What the freak is this? Clapping with your cane.
We know
That's my
Wow.
pimp cane.
police officers
I know,
put
right?
lives
Like-
on the line every single night and day. And we know
Oh,
we ask them in
Jesus.
many cases to do too much.
Police
See
officers are
counselors,
29 times
social
more likely
workers,
to be shot.
Psychologists responding to drug overdoses, mental health crises, and so much more.
I mean, that statistic has got to be
In
way
what sense
higher
we ask
recently.
much too much of them.
Pull up TR's
I
chat.
know most cops and their families are good, decent, honorable people, the vast majority. But they risk.
Yes, same here.
And they risk their lives every time they put that shield on. But what happened to Tyree in Memphis happens too often. We have to do better. Give law enforcement the real training they need. Hold them to higher standards.
Why the fuck are you
I don't think any
holding
more
up
training should
encampment
stop
in
people.
Atlanta? What's up with
We
that?
also need more first responders and professionals to
You don't
address the
even wanna
growing
know,
mental health,
man.
substance abuse challenges. More resources, reduce violent crime and gun crime. More
think I covered
community
it with,
intervention programs.
Did I cover it with you,
More
Shiz?
investment
Was
in
you
housing,
there, or was it
education,
just
and job
winning?
training.
I wasn't there. It was probably.
Must
This
have
is
been
what
winning.
More,
has
more,
happened. This is what
more.
wants to have
To
happened.
help prevent
But yeah, there's a
violence in
big
the
area
first
that
place.
the left is
When
actually
police
kind of
officers-
commandeered.
Yeah.
For police departments
I know.
violate the public trust, they must be held
Where's he?
accountable. With the support,
These are policies that you created, you dumbass. Sorry.
with the support
Oh,
of
T3.
the families of victims, civil rights groups, and law enforcement, I signed an executive order for all federal officers, banning chokeholds, restricting no-knock warrants, and other key elements of the George Floyd Act. Let's commit ourselves to make the words
banned
of Tyler's
fentanyl?
mom true.
The no knock warrants thing, I
Something
agree
good
with. Like that
must
shit should
come
be
from
long gone.
this. Something
Absolutely.
good.
Y'all smash that like button.
And all of us. All of us.
T3, he has my eye twitching, she says.
Well, I got something twitching, but my fingers only go one way.
All right, keep the hands above the desk, please.
Folks are still
I'm kind of with Mr. Turtle
all
on
of
that
us
one.
in this chamber. We
Go
need
ahead,
to
give it a
rise
go.
to this moment.
We'll see what happens.
We can't turn away. Let's do what we know in our hearts that we need to do. Let's come together to finish the job on police reform. Do something. Do something.
Yes,
That was
you
the plea of
created the
parents who lost
situation,
their
you
children in Uvalde.
dumbass.
I met with every one of them. Do something about gun violence. Thank God. Thank God we did.
I knew this shit was coming.
Most freedom gun safety law in 3 decades.
I got another one.
That includes things like
It's all
the
treating the
majority of
symptoms,
responsible
not the,
gun owners
not the
already
root.
support. Enhanced background checks for 18 to 21 years old. Red flag laws, keeping guns out of the hands of people who are a danger to themselves and others. But we know our work
Most
is not done.
don't support
Joining us
that.
tonight is Brandon Say, a 26-year-old hero. Brandon put his college dreams on hold to be at his mom's side. His mom's side when she was dying from cancer.
What is
That has
Oh,
what to do with
cancer. Hey, there we go.
Brandon, let's go.
Let's go,
Let's go,
Brandon.
Oh my God! It is that I just forgot about that.
That's why you
It's
got
his
it.
name is literally Brandon.
2 weeks ago.
He's gonna say it. He's
During
gonna say,
the
"Let's go,
Lunar New
Brandon."
Year
You know he's
celebration.
gonna say it.
You heard the
Come
studio
on, let's
door
do it. Let's,
close.
come on.
You saw a man standing there
I
pointing.
mean, they've been trying to get rid of the "Let's Go
Semi-automatic
Brandon" thing.
pistol
Like,
at it.
this has been a
He's gonna
constant
say
thing
it.
in the White House.
He's gonna say
You
it.
thought about the people inside.
He's gonna say, "Let's
In
go,
that instant, he
Brandon."
found the courage to act.
Can't hear
He
it.
wrestled a semi-automatic pistol.
You know,
out of
he
his
really
hand.
hasn't
17-year-old
brought
that
up
slandered.
Trump yet. I'm
People
kind
in
of
another dance
surprised.
studio.
Fully semi-automatic pistol.
He saved lives. It's time we do the same. Ban assault weapons now. Ban them
Semi-automatic pistols are not assault
once and for all.
No.
There's no such thing.
I led the fight to do that.
Thank you.
I know. I agree.
In 10 years, that ban was law, mass shootings went down. After he
No,
let
they
it
didn't.
expire in the Republican administration,
Come.
mass shootings tripled.
Yeah.
Let's finish the job and ban these assault weapons. And let's also come together on immigration. Make it a bipartisan issue once again.
What does that have to do?
I-
What does one have to do with the other?
How do you connect these two dots?
We know we now have a record number of personnel working to secure the border, arresting 8,000 human smugglers, seizing over 23,000 pounds of fentanyl. in
Thanks
just
to
the last several
you.
months.
Yep. Thanks to you.
We've launched a new
Exactly.
border plan last month.
Thanks to
Unlawful
freaking
migration from
What's an
Cuba,
assault
Haiti,
weapon
Nicaragua,
for
and
Chris
Venezuela
Rowland, real
has
quick?
come down
What's an assault weapon?
97%
Only one
in the
that is used
consequence
in
of
a
that.
crime to
But
assault
American
somebody
border
else.
problems
Yes.
won't
It's
be fixed
really
with
Looks
the
scary.
Congress
when you
Act.
Any weapon.
If we
it has-
don't pass my comprehensive
It's
immigration
dumb
reform,
what their laws actually are.
at least pass my plan to provide the equipment and officers to secure the border.
No.
Oh my God! I mean, look at each other. It's like, really?
Yeah, right.
Really?
They're laughing.
Or dreamers.
Like, oh, this guy.
Well-run
Like,
temporary
oh,
status
just
farm
allow me
workers,
to
essential
secure the
workers.
border. Like, really?
Here in the
Now he's
People's
going to go
House,
on to pathway to
it's our
citizenship
duty
for all
to
the people that we
protect
let
all the
through.
people's rights and freedoms.
Yeah.
Congress must restore the right.
We wouldn't need to end 63 million if we didn't kill off
Order.
63 million through abortion.
Order.
But that's a whole other fucking debate.
Congress must restore the right that was taken away in Roe v. Wade and protect Roe v. Wade.
Oh, I got another one. Got another one. Boom.
Again, what does this
Got
have
it.
to do with the State of the Union?
What
Nothing.
does it have to do with the border? He went from the border to abortions in less than 3 sentences.
And safeguard
Well, I told you the connection, dude.
Well, already
The actual
more than a
connection.
dozen states are enforcing an extreme abortion ban.
Yes,
No
TR.
mistake about it.
Yes. Assault
Congress
with a
passed a
banana.
national ban.
We
I
should
will
ban
veto it.
extreme abortions.
But let's also pass.
I would say that all abortions would be extreme.
I
let's
would
also
I would
pass the
hazard to agree with
Bipartisan
you, my
Equality
friend.
Act to ensure LGBTQ Americans
Got
Okay.
another
especially
one.
the young people,
Yes.
who live with safety and dignity. Our strength,
I'm gonna have the whole card by the time this is done.
our strength is not just the example
look.
of our power, but
It's
the
the
example
banana.
of our example.
Clap it any more
Let's remember the
pathetically.
world's
You
watching.
New World Order
I
shield.
spoke in this chamber 1 year ago just days after Vladimir Putin unleashed his brutal attack.
Oh, got another one. Vilifies Putin.
He already
Evoking
did
images
that
of
one
death and
earlier, but
destruction. Europe suffered in
congratulations for having that one again.
Putin's invasion has been a test for the ages.
Europe
A
suffered.
test for America.
Ukraine's been a
For the
testing
world.
ground for weapons, that's for sure.
Would we stand for the most basic of principles?
He's going to say stand
Would
for
we stand
Ukraine.
for
I get that one
sovereignty?
too.
We stand for the right of people to live free of tyranny. Would
What
we
about the
stand for the
Uyghurs?
defense of democracy?
About us.
For such
What are you going to do
defense
for the
is good,
Uyghurs?
because it keeps peace and prevents open seas.
Remember that thing I said about bad guys?
Threatens our prosperity.
What about Baghdad? What about Iran? What about Iraq?
What about North Korea?
Yes,
What about all of that?
We did.
What about China? Oh wait, he
What about Vietnam? What about Hong
You're going
Kong?
to do crap for the Uyghurs, but you're going to do something for Ukraine?
Dang right, toy box.
We united NATO. We built a global coalition.
What about that
We
civil
stood
war?
against Putin's aggression. We stood with the
You mean the
Ukrainian
war of
people
northern
tonight.
aggression?
The ones
There's
who were
that.
joined by Ukrainian's ambassador to the United States. She represents not just her nation, but
Yeah.
the courage of
Oh,
her people.
God.
Oh,
And she's
that's
probably
not
a
good.
doctor.
Ambassador is
Holy
here.
crap, look who's beside her.
We're united in our support of your country.
Yep.
Will you
It's
stand
Barty
up
Crouch
and all take a
Sr..
look at you?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We're gonna stand
for
with
me.
you.
Now,
There
he
are
looks
ethnic
like
Russians
Moscow.
getting bombed in my country.
You did that last year too.
Oh, I got the president to say something about me. He
Our
said my
nation's
name.
working for more freedom, more dignity, more peace, not just in Europe but everywhere. Before I came to office, the
No,
story
you're
was
more worried
about
about another
how
country
the
far
People's
away.
Republic of China was increasing its power, and America was failing in the world. Not
But
anymore.
I shot down a balloon.
We made clear, and I made clear in my personal conversations, which have been many, with President Xi, that we seek competition,
absolutely,
not
Shiloh.
conflict.
Personal
We're making
conversation.
no
They're all
apologies
criminals.
that we're
Right?
investing in
Some kind of
to make
deal,
America
something about
stronger.
natural
Invest
gas.
in American
Oh.
innovation and industries that will define the future that China intends to be dominated.
What about the State of the
Investing
Union
in
where we
our
had a
alliance.
freaking
Working with
Chinese
our allies to
air
protect advanced technology so they will not be used
structure?
against
What
us.
the freak did they call it?
Modernizing
Airship.
our
Saloon.
military
Saloon.
to Safeguard stability and determine
Oh, dude, there were 3 of them.
aggression. Today, we're in the strongest position in decades to compete with China or anyone else in the world. Anyone else in the world.
I doubt it.
And I'm
Look at all
Generals
these
are like-
people
The
that
generals
let
are like,
that
what?
freaking airship go clear across the United States.
I'm committed
Through
to work with
Alaska
China
and
where
down
we
through.
can advance American interests and benefit the
It's
world.
getting too close to Ukraine. Blow it up.
As we
It's
made
down the
clear
balloon.
last week, if China threatens our sovereignty, we will act to protect our country, and we did.
Oh my God! There it is. There it is.
I'm pretty sure they got everything they need.
Let's be
We,
clear.
we, we just waited until it got all the way across our entire country.
We face
But
serious
they're all
challenges
over
in the
South
world.
Carolina before they.
In the past 2 years,
So it's
democracies
like,
have become
okay.
stronger, not weaker. Autocracies
Gee, I
grow
wonder if
weaker,
they didn't
not
get the
stronger.
data they wanted.
Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping.
Biden, you
Name me
last
one.
State of the Union,
Name me
you literally
one.
said that we
America's
ought to
rallying the
look at
world to meet those
autocracy.
challenges, from
Now you're
climate to
saying
global
this.
health, to food
Screw
insecurity,
you.
to terrorism, to
Yes.
territorial aggression.
Preach it, brother.
Allies are stepping up, spending more, and doing more.
It's so true, Divinity.
The bridges we're forming between partners in the Pacific and those in the Atlantic, and those who bet against America are learning how wrong they are. It's never, ever been a good bet to bet against America. Never.
Oh, but if ever it was, now would be the time.
That was the dumbest clap I've ever seen in my life from Kamala Harris.
Like, well, if he continues to do what he's doing, sell
Look at
himself
me,
out
his
to
face.
places like Ukraine and China,
When I came to
it might be
office, most
okay.
assured that bipartisanship assumed was impossible, but never believed it. That's why a year ago I offered a unity agenda to the nation as I stood here. We made real progress together. We passed a law making it easy for doctors to prescribe effective treatments for opioid addiction. We passed the gun safety law, making historic
thought the
investments
problem
in
was
mental health.
prescribing everything.
We launched the ARPA-H drive for breakthrough in the fights against cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes, and so much more.
Didn't help
We
him none.
passed the Heath Robinson PACT Act, named after the late Iraq War veteran whose story about exposure to toxic burn kits I shared here last year.
So what's the
I
State of the
understand
Union
something
now?
about those burn pits,
Come
but
on,
there's so much more to do. We can do it together. Joining us tonight is a father named Doug.
So much
from
more to
Newton,
do
New
from
Hampshire.
what? You've not
He wrote
described
Joe,
the current state
my
of the
wife,
United
a letter,
States
and me as well,
at all.
about his courageous daughter Courtney. A contagious laugh. his
Creates
sister's
more
best friend, her
divisiveness.
sister's best friend. He shared a story all too familiar to millions of Americans and many of you in the audience.
Yeah, this is a
Courtney
political
discovered pills in
speech.
high school.
This is not a State of the
It spiraled
Union from
into
the
addiction
president to the
and
legislative. This is
eventually
a
death from a fentanyl
political
overdose.
hack speech,
She was just
like was
20
in
years
front of.
old.
This is another red sermon.
Describing the last 8
Yes.
years without her, Doug said, "There's no worse pain." Yet their family has turned pain to purpose, working to end the stigma and change laws. He told us he wants to start a journey toward American recovery. Doug, we're with you. Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a year.
Just like
And
George.
it comes from China.
Big
Just like George.
You got it.
It's your fault.
Yes, it is.
So let's launch a major surge to stop fentanyl production in the sale and trafficking with more drug detection
So you heard-
machines,
you heard
inspection
Lawrence-
cargo,
But you stop it
pills,
from
China.
coming across the
And
border.
You
Yes,
heard,
into
you heard
China.
dudes speak up and say,
It's your fault.
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
your fault,
Like
right?
FedEx to inspect more packages for drugs. Strong penalties to crack down on fentanyl trafficking. Second, let's do
Oh
more
my God!
mental
Look
health,
at Mayor
especially
because he's
for
like.
our children.
Let's create an issue and then try
Struggling with
fixing it
bullying,
with
violence,
other
trauma.
means to
Give them
instead of
greater
just
access to mental health
stopping
care
doing
to
what we've
schools.
already been doing.
Yeah, it's just
We
to
must
burn
finally
money and
hold
BS you
social
while
media
everybody
companies
dies. Like that's what they
For
want.
experimenting
Exactly.
they're doing running children for profit. There's time to pass bipartisan legislation to stop big tech from collecting personal data on our kids
Oh
and teenagers
God!
online.
But yet you promote
Ban
TikTok.
targeted advertising to
Great
children
job,
and
you.
impose stricter limits on the personal data that
Oh, but
companies
that's from
collect on all of us.
CCP.
Third,
You're not
let's do more
supposed to
to
not
keep this
go against
nation's
what
one's
CCP.
truly sacred obligation to equip those we
We
send
have
into
to accept
harm's
your
way and
house,
care
you know.
for them and their families when they come home. Job training, job placement for veterans and their spouses as they come to return to civilian life. Helping veterans afford the rent because no one should be homeless in America, especially someone who served the country.
No, you sent them over to go kill freaking people for no reason. Do you wonder why they might feel a little lost? God.
Yeah. You don't know.
Dennis McDonough is here, at the VA. We had a first real discussion when I asked him to take the job. I'm
But let's
glad he
just
did.
keep creating more veterans, right?
We were losing up to 25 veterans a day on suicide. Now we're losing 17 a day to the silent scourge of suicide. 17 veterans a day are committing suicide. More than all the people being killed in the wars.
It's 22. You
But they
said.
never ask why.
VA is doing everything it can.
They never ask
including
why.
expanding
Just pop them full
mental
of
health
drugs.
screening, proven programs of
We'll
recruit
give them some
veterans to
insulin.
help other veterans understand what they're going through, get them the help they need. We got to do more. And fourth, last year, Jill and I reignited the cancer moonshot that I was able to start with President Obama asking me to lead
cancer
our administration
moonshot?
on this issue. Our goal is to cut the cancer death rates at least by 50% in the next 25 years.
How'd you go from
Turn more
veterans to
cancer from
cancer?
death sentences to
The
treatable
same way
disease.
goes from everything.
Provide more support for patients and their families. It's personal to so many of us in this audience. Joining us are Morris and Candice, an Irishman and a daughter.
Are you still there?
Really?
Yes, C-SPAN, we're still here.
Yes, we're still here. We
Yeah,
were
we're.
walking.
Oh my God.
Oh.
They're like, are you still watching this crap?
Did he put you to sleep yet?
Oh my God.
She was diagnosed with rare kidney
Yeah,
disease.
they don't.
After 26 blood
They don't believe it
transfusions,
either.
Are you sure
11
you're still
rounds of
listening?
radiation, 8 rounds of chemo,
Oh.
1 kidney
Keno?
removed,
Some
even a
keto?
5% survival rate. He wrote how in the darkest moments he thought, if she goes, I can't stay.
Follow
Many of you
Captain
went through that
Corey.
as well.
We got
How's
Netflix.
that?
So I
Yes, you're right.
understand that,
But
like so many of you.
That
You
kid's a
read
fighter.
Jill's book
I
describing
figured
our
I'd try
family's cancer
C-SPAN
journey
this time as
and
opposed
how
to
we
just
tried
using
to
the White
steal
House
moments of joy
.com or
where we could
using
with Bo.
whatever.
We
just
lost the
because-
Because that
captions.
glimmer of joy was the half smile
Ah, see?
of their baby girl. It meant everything to them. They never gave up hope.
Oh, there he goes.
Little Ava
I got
never
another
gave up
one.
hope.
Mentions
She
dead
turns 4
son.
next month. They just found out.
He mentioned Bo.
I haven't been playing. It's too
The
much for
Irishman
me.
looks like Conor McGregor.
Cancer. And she's watching from the White House tonight and she's not asleep
I
already.
hope you win, Shizzy.
For the lives we can save.
All I need is deer wearing Kevlar.
All I need
Attaboy,
is
Connor.
Lives we've lost.
don't jump.
Let this be a
To
truly
the
American
balcony.
moment that rallies the country and the world together to prove that we can still do big things. 20
I'm
years
waiting.
ago, under the leadership of President Bush and countless advocates and champions, he undertook a bipartisan effort through PEPFAR to transform the global fight against HIV/AIDS. It's been a huge success.
Huge.
What?
Huge. It was
I believe we
gigantic.
can
It
do
was
the same thing with
enormous.
cancer.
It was almost as big as Fauci.
You might as well just say that he was trying to channel Donald Trump at that moment.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Huge.
It is huge. Oh wait.
Once and for all.
Look at Johnny Depp ass glasses wearing mother.
There's one reason why we
I was thinking the same shit, bro.
our democracy itself. It's the most fundamental thing of all. With democracy, everything's possible. Without it, nothing is.
Everything
last
is
few
horrible
years, our
with
democracy has
democracy.
been
That's why
threatened
we're
and
in
attacked.
republic.
Put at risk.
Why is
Put
Bono
to the
there?
test in this very room on January 6th. And then just a few
Oh,
months ago,
January 6th is another one.
an unhinged
Just watch the South Park
big lie.
episode about Bono.
assail and unleashed a political violence, the home of the then Speaker of the House of Representatives, using the very same language the insurrectionists used.
Oh
Just talking
my
calls and chants
God.
On January 6th.
So you talk about Nancy's gay?
Look at Nancy.
Obviously.
Yes,
Gay
no,
lover?
it's terrible. Just terrible.
But is as tough and as strong, as resilient as they
We're
get.
just fucking
My friend
lobster.
Paul
We won't,
Pelosi
you know, we
is
won't talk about the leftists doing the same thing a little earlier, though. You know.
Who is that?
That's
That's
Paul.
It's
The
Paul.
one that
that's
got
Paul.
attacked with a hammer.
By his lover?
Yes.
Paul, and you can look at. Oh, he's shake Jill's hand. There you go.
He's hanging out with Bono.
We must all speak
Bono,
out.
Bono,
There's
whatever.
no place for political violence in America. We have to protect the right to vote, not suppress the
He's
that
not-
fundamental right.
Oh,
Honor the
another
results of our
Pelosi
elections
It's
shout
not
out.
by the will of the
political.
people. We have to uphold
was
the rule of
not.
law and
He's-
restore
he's
trust
not
in our
the
institutions
politician.
and democracy. We must give hate and extremism in any form no safe harbor.
There we go. Fred Sherman, number 2.
Democracy
But it was people on your
must
side
not
that
be a
caused that.
partisan issue.
It wasn't.
It's an
It
American
was your
issue.
side, you dumbass.
The whole thing was a
Every
setup
generation
anyway
of
for this
Americans
very
at the moment
reason.
where
The
they
whole
have been
it
called to
was. It's
protect our
obvious as
democracy.
clear as day.
Defend it, stand up for it.
Yes, Charlemagne, that
This is our
was
moment.
Paul Pelosi.
My fellow Americans,
There's more cheering here than at the
meet
Emmys.
tonight at an inflection point. One of those moments that only a few generations ever face. With the direction we now take is going to decide the course of this nation for decades to come. We're not bystanders of history. We're not powerless before the forces that confront us.
Well, you're a bystander
It's
of the
within
current
our
state
power
of history at
of
this
we,
point,
the
because you haven't
people.
mentioned it at all.
Yes.
We're facing the test of our time. We have to be the nation we've always been at our best. Optimistic, hopeful, forward-looking.
Just
Nation that
keep
bridges
being
light over
hopeful.
dark, hope over fear.
Thank you.
Unity over division, stability over chaos. We have to see
Look
each
at him.
other
He's
not
going to
as
yell at you.
enemies,
Be
but as
positive.
partners. We're good
Take
people.
the tyranny and
The only nation in the world built on an idea.
Did you say they're good
The only
people?
one. Other nations
It's got a freaking crayon
are
attached to it.
defined by geography,
It is
ethnicity.
crayons. That's what I said.
But we're the only
They have
nation based on an
crayons
idea.
attached because they got to eat something
That all
halfway
of
through.
us, every one of us, is created equal in the image
I
of
still
God.
maintain none of these guys are Marines.
A nation that stands as a beacon of the world.
Marines aren't the only ones
A
eating
nation.
crayons.
In a new age
Ridiculous.
of possibilities. So I've come to fulfill my constitutional obligation to report in the State of the Union. And here's
But
my
can-
reminder.
You haven't
look
done
behind
it
you.
yet.
Because the soul of this nation is
Pardon me,
strong.
you haven't done it yet.
Because the backbone,
There's
the
no
backbone of this
state.
nation is strong. Because the people of this nation are strong. The State of the Union is strong.
Strong.
He's
The
talking
most
about
brain dead sentence.
he's talking about Sir Cumalots, but she's standing behind him.
Did they believe me?
I'm not new to this place. I stand here tonight.
No shit.
having served the
That's
people
for
of
sure.
my
No
That's the
shit.
first thing you said. That's the truth.
But I've never been more optimistic about our future, about the future of
I get
America.
it.
Just to remember who we are. We're the United States of America.
United?
And there's nothing
Those
beyond
those
our
two
capacity
words.
if we do it together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
I cannot stand here and talk another second.
I pooped my pants. It's time to go.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I nadlered myself.
It's sleeping through.
Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad.
Can you ladies walk me to the bathroom? I feel like I need to take a shit.
My fentanyl only goes so far. Damn it.
Look at the floor. It's leaking.
What do you
Well,
mean?
there's
Mr.
Nadler
President?
there.
You already did that on stage for fucking an hour.
Freaking poopy pants nadler. Oh, I'm a criminal. Let me get out of shot.
Me out of this shot.
Is that Gustavo Fring?
This is a man that has spoken a bunch of absolute nonsense and could not give you even one glimpse of the State of the Union. All he did was say how horrible other people were, the things that they want to do, the things that they've done that have amounted to absolute zero, zilch.
Yes,
Yes,
this
the
was
legislation they've passed, they haven't
political
actually done any things.
Like,
They
where
just-
are we at right now? Where are we at right now? At nothing. It's like crickets chirping in Biden's head.
Yes,
He
yes.
said
This
the
was
State
a
of the
totally
Union is
political
strong.
speech. This was nothing but a totalitarian leader spewing off at his political opposition, using the office of the president to do it yet again.
Exactly.
That's all this was. This was, you're a piece of crap and you're a piece of garbage. Well, why? Well, because you're a Republican. That's all this is.
Yes.
You're a Trump supporter, you're a Republican, you're a piece of garbage. That's the State of the Union, according to him. That has nothing to do with the State of the Union.
No.
TR says the price of eggs
He has
is too damn
he has
high.
not fulfilled his duty as the
did.
president to give the State of the Union to the Congress, according to what we just watched. Because there was no State of the Union, other than if you just want to be like, oh, the State of the Union is strong. No,
Oh, we're gonna do some wonderful things. We're gonna cut the amount of cost of insulin that we actually jacked the prices on while I was vice president and congressman, senator, all
And I mean,
whatever
again,
the fuck.
could you imagine like that being in written form, and then him presenting that to the Congress as he did? It's like, okay, this is my State of the Union. This is not the State of the Union. In writing or spoken aloud, he has not fulfilled his duty as the president to give the State of the Union. So
No,
he's
he's just been
unfulfilled
saying
another
how-
one of the duties of the
He's been
executive.
saying how crappy he's going to treat everybody else that does not agree with him.
Yes.
That's all that he did.
And yell at you to be happy about it, literally. Just stay
Oh.
positive.
All I need to hear is deer wearing Kevlar, and I would have gotten that. Damn it. I pretty much got everything else.
Jim's like, all right, I'm out.
Later, Grim.
But that's what we watched, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we watched.
Look at
Speaking of that,
look at
I'm
John
out.
Julian.
I mean,
Free MR and hate.
all in
It's
all,
for everyone.
my blood pressure's up, so I'm gonna head out.
oh, okay.
Have a good one,
Do you want to
dog.
leave a thought real quick before you leave?
That was the most biggest pile of horse shit I've ever heard. The idea, we talked about this when he said it, the idea of non-disclosure agreement for people flipping burgers. No, that's that's not what NDAs are for. NDAs are for
Non-compete, not NDA. Those are different things.
What did he say then, Grim?
It was
Yes.
non-compete. So non-compete. So you
I
can't leave
understand
a
the
company.
difference.
And,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. He said non-compete.
But you still, it's the same thing. Non-compete is the same thing. You don't do it if you're just gonna working at a part-time job. That's the stupidest thing ever. And this assault weapons ban is gonna do nothing more but make more targets. My fucking God, these dumbasses don't realize that criminals do not care about background checks. They do not care about red flag laws.
Oh, yes,
do not-
they do. They know that they don't. Care.
Sure.
That's why they do it.
Exactly.
That's why they do it. They know that's what happens. They don't.
It's just gonna make more targets.
That's
No,
what they're
exactly.
saying. They're good. They're giddy. They're going bingo.
But why would you attack a prison? Come on.
They're trying to Turk our guns. That's the point.
They took our jobs.
Grim,
Eh?
Thoughts before we lose you again?
They took your jabs.
Take your
Your
jabs.
jabs.
The inflation is so low. Why did it take my mom $80 to get 3 bags of groceries last week?
So inflation going down is like the
Gotta
deficit
think
going down.
positive.
I was gonna say-
Guys, prices are going up. So what we need to do is increase the money supply by giving more money to our boomer class.
Yeah, we'll just cut their social. We'll give them more Social Security, and we'll just transition the kids into something different, so they don't reproduce.
Here's Biden giving the address, you guys.
Nice.
Pull up TR's chat here, over there. Joe Biden standing up for all of us, especially us Republicans, who hit Paul in the head with a hammer. Yes. Remember when we all hit Paul in the head with a hammer?
It was a good time. We all took turns, like some kind
Yes,
of
because
system.
that mentally insane individual totally didn't know Paul and totally wasn't in there and totally wasn't allowed in there by the Capitol Police and their own personal house security, where they have cameras and crap everywhere. They totally just didn't tackle somebody else to the ground over the past summer.
Oh, yeah,
No,
he totally
That
wasn't a
didn't
flaming
happen.
lefty hippie too.
Right, exactly, and doesn't
dare
have a
you.
history with flaming lefty hippies, and totally like he and his wife totally weren't like child feel down type people, if you know what I mean. That wasn't a thing either. Like this guy screams.
Well, like they're under
MAGA,
pillows
right?
or
It was the whole purpose of this was to get you to get the things to go to get everybody to go. Oh my god, it's the MAGA people. They're after Nancy Pelosi.
oh damn, those MAGA people wanting to make stuff and sell it.
Yeah, that guy
Oh,
totally wasn't allowed to waltz right in there. and do very
I'm
well.
gone. I'll talk to y'all later.
I'll see you
Later,
later.
nerd. Everybody check
See you,
out
man.
Outpost, nerd.
It was interesting seeing these criminals all gather together.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it?
When the government wants you to eat crickets and you realize that lizards eat crickets.
You would have to expect the FBI to roll in with that many criminals in a room, but they're criminals too. So
Darth, thoughts?
Well, another fine piece of performance theater from the Commander-in-Chief, ladies and gentlemen.
Slava Ukraini.
Shizzy was not thoughts.
I support current thing.
My thoughts? Oh my gosh. I mean, where do you even begin? Because everything that he said was such BS. I mean, there was no truth in what he was speaking. It was hitting all of the talking points that somebody else wrote down for him, and he had no substance to anything because he doesn't understand. First, he doesn't understand about people that happen to be hitting those golden years that have been paying into the Social Security system forever. He doesn't understand the next generation coming up. He wouldn't address anything about what the economic situation is of our country. He didn't mention anything about what the social structure of our country has actually become. He's not mentioned anything about anything of substance. It's been absolute just fluff
Well,
and nothing. Just
He had
something.
pandering for his side and thinly veiled threats for anyone who would oppose him.
And that exactly.
Yep.
Five
That's all this
was
was.
theater.
No substance. No
I
substance.
can think of some other political speakers throughout history who gave speeches very similar to this in other languages. I won't
I
name
mean-
them here.
The only substance the speech had was fentanyl.
Yeah, and we all know where that's coming from,
Percocets.
right?
Well,
Brought to you by CCP.
Brought to you by
We-
Pfizer.
We bring through Mexican border.
We use all our
See,
channels to
TR
make
says,
sure
Cool
that
Frog,
you
did y'all
have
notice
all
that
your
Joe
fuel.
Biden had to walk back things he said in real time twice? If you look up the transcript for the White House releases, he has to omit like 2 paragraphs worth of speech.
really?
Believe it?
There you go. I created something there for you.
Oh no! shit.
What is it? Is it the eyes? Oh, I go bring it back up. I missed it.
Beautiful.
I love that picture.
I love you guys.
Hold on. Hold on, let me show my wife this. Babe, look at this.
Jimmy YouTube, thoughts on the President of the United States?
Yeah, man, the potato in chief really came up there. You know, presidents past used to come up and talk about things that really were matters of concern for the whole country, and I just didn't see that this time, unfortunately. And be so eloquent, and the speech would be memorable, and there were really no memorable moments.
Oh,
I kind of agree with you on that. Merrick Shirts, thoughts?
Well, I already gave my thoughts. Yeah, this was the
No,
red
you give
sermon.
You give him final thought. You're not giving more thought. Anything else that you'd like to?
I mean,
The only reason I'm
really,
doing this is just like, okay, so it's like we do the speech in live, and that's what we did, right?
Yep.
So now that that's
the
over,
president of the United States should be the pinnacle of like education and leadership, and I just don't see that in his mannerisms, in his speech, and the way he carries himself. Like, I don't see him as a president.
the president's there to represent, like, the people.
To,
as a
to
whole.
be the commander-in-chief of the military is what he's there for.
Yeah, but he like represents the people as a whole, right? The people getting better choices, check on the Senate. But the problem is, I think he's fulfilling his duties completely as president. He's representing people as a whole in America.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I present
All
the
it
CCP
is.
very well.
Say it, say it, say it.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, the
makes
average
sure that
American
we
ain't
get
too bright.
all our balloons over United States.
He let us put police stations in your country.
Yes,
Very
yes,
nice.
police station everywhere. We now round people up.
It's okay.
Chinese
I'm
police
around.
station. We arrest you because you mess with
Make
Chinese.
sure to take fentanyl and die.
Well, and who is that just put that in? Thermo? That's beautiful. A memorable Biden speech, because that is the beauty of his speech, was it will be as memorable as, what I had for breakfast this morning.
Maybe that's the point. Like, he gets his jabs in and says what he needs to say to the interest groups and then leaves.
Exactly.
Like, it's not supposed to be memorable.
No.
Not to you.
He's not important. He, as a president, he hasn't been relevant.
Because he's not in charge.
In 10 years, do you think anybody's going to give a damn about what this speech was about? Because it's no different than his speech was last year, or any other person in his position has had in the past 20 years. It's going to be the same thing. It's the same little speech. It's the same talking points that they all have.
It's all been real shit since the boomers got in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, really?
Oh, the boomers.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I mean, hell, they... I don't get into that. Anyway, guys, I gotta run. I'll see you when I see you.
We're actually all gonna go away.
Yeah, I think Frog wants to take a respite before.
I need to eat something before tonight's show.
Next stream.
Yep. Show coming up at 10 o'clock. That's what, 8:30 right
midnight
now.
in the real world.
American Shirts. Hit me up sometime. Yes,
Oh.
hit me up sometime.
There you go.
Okay.
She
Don't
just
be
put
a
himself on
stranger.
Discord, so easy to find.
Yeah, Cheesy is on Discord, so
He's pretty much with us all the time. So
I still don't know how to use it, but I'm learning, because I'm a total boomer on that. Although I'm Gen X, but I'm still a boomer on
it's not that hard once you get the hang of it, but it can be a
it's
little
hard.
bit
It's
much at
hard,
first.
Darth. It's always hard.
Oh,
I mean, I can hammer nails with it. It's always hard.
It's not that
John,
difficult.
as usual, you took away the wrong thing, man.
Viagra helps always.
He took the blue pill, guys.
These
anybody want
boomers.
to have anything to say for Chuck or John? In his comments?
The leftoid comes in at the last second, starts to throw out all of these things, and doesn't give a chance.
Lowering.
for
Hold on.
As he
No.
knows
Trucker
we are
John,
now
you and I are gonna have words
show,
right
so
fucking now.
thank
Hold on.
you.
Trucker John.
Thank you. It's
Trucker John.
very nice.
Lowering
As
the
expected.
deficit. Republicans do not have a problem with quote unquote lowering the deficit. The problem is the average person doesn't realize that lowering the deficit just literally means we're going to borrow less money that we don't have. That's all it means. How about reduce the debt, get shit paid off, right? Once you start destroying the bills by that are the debt that exists, you're gonna end up causing deflation to occur, right?
Not deflation.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
because see, the problem is it's just a whole other can of worms. But the fact of the matter is, the problem is not with reducing the debt. Reducing the deficit is a mischaracterization that most Americans will never catch on to. They just don't understand what that fucking word means. That's all I gotta say.
That's right. Grim's right. Grim's on the money.
That is very, very true.
It's a word play. Pay attention to the word play, and you'll pay attention to a lot more stuff that's going on.
And it's like having a wife
That's
that
the
has
only thing that I have to say.
it's like having
if you
Go ahead.
if you pay attention to the word play that both and I'm not taking sides on this. I'm saying Democrats and Republicans pay attention to the word play that your supposed leaders are giving you, because the word play is the biggest game that they've got against you. If you fight against that word play and actually listen to what they're saying, where one person is saying equity, the other person is saying equitable, the other person is saying equal. There's a big difference in all of those words. And you will be sucked into that absolute swell of tsunami bullshit that is not going to lead you any further down the road, because you're taking out of it what you want to hear from both sides, because they're both just as shitty as the next. And if you don't make up your mind for yourself, you're just going to get screwed over again and again.
Real quick,
another problem I have
Tucker
is-
John put one in there, but it got blocked over by the YouTube gods. YouTube gods didn't like it. It says the Republicans tonight at the Soto pretty disgusting, you have to admit. Yeah, just as disgusting as Nancy Pelosi last year when she, or 2 years ago, when she took and tore Trump's right up behind him. But as disgusting as that. Right?
So,
I mean,
okay,
like,
so
you just have
another
the
point-
literal president of the United States using the office of the president to formally attack and insult other, I don't know, like other political leaders elected to political office that just so happen to be on the other side of the political aisle. No. That's not disgusting. That's called defending your own damn integrity. Pardon my French.
Yes.
It's disgusting that the president of the United States feels as though it is his job to try and dissuade other political parties from, I don't know, having a voice, having a vote, or even existing in the first place. That's what I find to be disgusting.
Well, another thing is like the unemployment thing, right? Like, to bring that up back, sorry to go back with the Tucker John thing. But it's like, no, it's not that hate unemployment. No, it's that, like, he's praising that unemployment is down, which means less people are getting help. And you think that the Democrats would applaud that more people are getting help, so they would applaud a higher unemployment rate because more people are getting help, right?
It's not
Instead
people
of
who
non-working.
are not employed. It's people who are on unemployment. That's what.
Yeah.
the
Right.
false
So it's
metric
kind of laughable to see the Democrats applauding that less people are getting social care. Right? I was pointing that out.
is.
Yes.
Well, it's a metric thing. Like how they calculate it is.
Yeah, it's
It's
that
not
wordplay
how-
bullshit,
You
right?
think that there's
People-
been a
yeah,
switch
people-
in Republicans have become the party of the average working man, whereas the Democrats have become the party of the elite? Wasn't
None of them
always
are.
that way. It never really. I mean,
None of them are.
I mean, this
for
is
the
a
average.
very
all
complicated
serve their
That's a
own
lie.
subject matter.
I don't.
Just,
I don't really see the,
you know.
the parties anymore. I think it's pretty much just one big conglomerate of.
It's a
shit.
uniparty, bro.
It is, exactly. And anybody that thinks, oh, well, I voted for Trump, or I voted for Biden, or I voted for X, Y, or Z, it does not matter. You're voting these people in. You're voting for your own chains. You're asking for your own chains to be shackled upon you. It doesn't matter the political party. It's the person that stands up and we're not putting up with this crap anymore. We're done with it. You're not gonna do this to us anymore. Those are the people that you want to vote in.
Thank you, Trucker John, for bringing the conversation. He says manufacturing rebounded the fastest rate in 40 hours. I'm guessing that's supposed to be huge. Thank you, Biden. Yeah. Sure.
Trucker John.
No.
At this point, people are getting assassinated pulling out of their driveway, man. It's like you gotta wake up to what's going on. I don't know.
There you go. You're right.
It's
You say
ridiculous.
manufacturing's up, but that's a demonstrable fucking bullshit. I work in the auto industry. I can tell you no. Manufacturing
No, it's
is
not.
not up. No.
No, it's not. Trust me. I
Inflation
went back.
I can't
dropping
even make
for
our
the-
own weapons
for the
for our
last
own
6 months in a
freaking
row.
Ukraine
Thank you,
war. My
Biden.
God.
But look at how much it increased before it started dropping. It's like trying to lie to me about gas prices before he come into office, and that gas prices are getting better, and it's not true. It's not
No,
true. It's
it's not.
simply not, and it's getting worse because you notice that base price is increasing. They still haven't actually put that federal one that they actually took away back on. So once they put that back on there, guess how much you're actually going to be paying? Because that was like 30-40 cents in itself. Well, that's got its own increase. It's not going to go up just 30-40 cents. This is going to go up like 50-60 cents overnight. And everybody's going to be like, oh, crap, what the heck happened? Yeah, way to go. Let's keep on voting for somebody like Joe Biden to actually run our country.
I was so
You fucking
stupid
dumb.
to think that
let's-
that the price at the pump going up would actually wake some people up.
Let's put this in.
It's not
going to
wake 'em up.
Okay, I
But
left
it's
working
using that
at
for
a
instance,
dealership.
inflation's in the same type of deal, or whatever. It's finally dropping. No, it's not.
I left working
Yeah,
at a
inflation-
dealership
Watched it.
right
You-
before
you
the
watched
whole
it.
right before the whole pandemic, and actually we had Donald Trump as president. I left right before all of that shit went down, and I went into doing a completely different career. 6 months later, I
Yeah,
came showing.
just
I went
the
back,
avian flu
I
and
went
price
back
gouging?
to that same
Mhm.
dealership that was completely loaded with cars that they were just selling them off the lot. That dealership
Nothing to do with the flyers.
literally had 3 cars on that particular parking lot. And I asked
What's
him,
the
I was like, what kind of vehicles do you have? It's just like, well, we've got a chip demand, so we can't really get chips over here. So everything is on hold, everything is on delay. And I said, so if I was to reach out and buy this Honda Pilot, he goes, well, the Honda Pilot is X amount of dollars, and they've already tapped on another 30,000 on top of that for the dealership.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the price
car
has
bubble's
dropped
gonna
the
prices
fastest
right
rate
off the
in 8
bat.
the
years,
vehicle
right?
bubble's gonna burst here real soon.
You notice that
here's
it's
the
still
latest review on
higher
yesterday.
than it was than when he actually first came into office. Because when he first came into office, it was $2.30.
Yes. It was $2.30 and it jumped up like an insane amount. When I was
is it
delivering
anywhere-
pizzas, I was
anywhere
it was-
near
All right, guys, I gotta run. I'll see you later. Peace, peace, peace.
Okay.
Catch you later,
All right,
brother.
brother.
Everybody, check out
Hit me
Grimm's Bar.
Yes, everybody.
If you haven't, please check out everybody else. Everybody else should really actually get some. Go check them out. Whatever. If you haven't subscribed to me, what? You just hung around for how long? Quit being a troll. Subscribe to the channel. Help me out. Hit that little button down below that says either join or throw a donation at me. Anything. It's all good. We like donations around here.
Everybody needs to give some love to Cool
You can
Frog
come
for
back
tolerating
here
our sorry
in an
asses.
hour and 10 minutes. Myself, America Shirts.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What about me? What did I
Yes,
do? What did you do?
Regular Stick with Cool Frog.
What did I do to you? What?
Are you going to be around in an hour?
Me? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Maybe.
Myself, AmericaShirtsAreFirst.com will be here for a regular Stick with Cool Frog. There will be a Rumble exclusive afterwards as well. So stick around, hang out, whatever. See you in an hour. Thank you all so very, very much. I got to
Thank
go
you.
get something to eat.
Peace,
some
guys.
meat,
Much
brother.
love.
Peace, y'all.
Hey, absolutely, Trucker John. Love the
Yeah.
respect.
Later,
and
Trucker
everything.
John. You have a good one, brother.
Delight you to post your stuff.
Have a good
Like,
one.
yeah, we're gonna
Definitely, Trucker John.